Douluo, summons from the two-dimensional world. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 226 Undercurrent. In the Spirit Hall of Spirit City. Today is the most comfortable day for BB Dong since Yihan appeared. This is no joke. Since meeting Yihan, BB Dong always feels that the Spirit Hall is one step behind. But at this moment, the destruction of the 7 treasures Glazed sect is indeed exciting news. Well done. Give orders to each branch of the Spirit Hall to kill the 7 treasures Glazed sect disciples when they meet them. Yes. Yugwin, Gimme, you have made great contributions this time. You can go to the treasury to choose something as a reward. In addition, after 1 week, notify the Spirit Hall to re-elect the upper 3 sects and the lower 4 sects. BB Dong said with a relaxed look. Thank you, Your Holiness. BB Dong knew from the beginning that if Ningfengzi ran away with Sword Douluo and Bone Douluo, she would definitely not be able to catch up. Her purpose was very accurate, to kill as many members of the 7 treasures Glazed sect as possible. In this way, the 7 treasures Glazed tile sect was basically destroyed and was no longer one of the top 3 sects. Although she did not dare to move the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family in Anal City, when they joined Anal City, the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family gave up the title of the top 3 sects. The Haoshan sect has been in retreat, and even the Spirit Hall cannot find it. The position of the top 3 sects has long been in name only. With the resignation of the 7 treasures Glazed tile sect, the top 3 sects are completely vacant, and now it is the opportunity for the Spirit Hall, but there is a very critical link. That is, Anal City. To be honest, BB Dong is not inferior to the Xiandao Empire and the Xingluo Empire, but she has repeatedly failed when facing Yihan, which also makes BB Dong very cautious about Anal City. Yihan, who was far away in the Xiandao Imperial City, sneezed. Did someone scold me? Who would scold you? But the latest information is that the battle of the 7 treasures Glazed tile sect is over, and most of them are dead. Yi handed the information to Yihan. Then tomorrow will be very lively. Yihan looked into the distance with deep eyes. Wait for Ningfengzi to arrive, and go meet Ningfengzi. I didn't expect that a big clan like the 7 treasures Glazed tile sect would be destroyed overnight. Tang San said with some emotion. Yihan did not explain this. The strength shown by the Spirit Hall in recent years makes people feel that it is similar to theirs, but if they don't make a move, it's fine. Once they make a move, it's a fatal blow. The next morning, the news of the destruction of the 7 treasures Glazed tile sect ignited the entire continent for a while. Everyone in Shrek Academy was stunned when they heard the news, especially Ning Rongrong, who felt that her brain was filled with blood and fell backwards and fainted. Fortunately, Zhu's Huking was quick and supported Ning Rongrong. This. How is it possible? The 7 treasures Glazed tile sect is not a small sect, it is one of the top 3 sects. Ma Hongjin swallowed his saliva, and the whole person was shocked and didn't know how to describe it. Flanders's face was also very solemn. However, the fact is that the 7 treasures Glazed sect was destroyed, but fortunately, Sect Master Ning and the 2 titled Douluo are missing, and they should have escaped. Didn't the Heavenly Dao Empire send people to support it? Tang San, as the most rational one, asked uncertainly. The master sighed. When we received the 7 treasures Glazed sect's request for help, we had already begun to assemble troops, but when we arrived, there were only corpses all over the ground and the 7 treasures Glazed sect burned to ashes, and we didn't even know who did it. There are only 2 organizations that can do this. Daimube said calmly. Anal City and Spirit Hall. Although Tang San has been practicing for the past few years, he is not unaware of the big things happening on the mainland, especially the sudden rise of Anal City, which took only 5 years to completely become equal to the transcendent Spirit Hall. However, Tang San's favorability towards Anal City is much higher than that of the Spirit Hall. On the one hand, he knows Yihan and others and knows what kind of person Yihan is. On the other hand, because the Spirit Hall is his enemy after all, he will never have a good impression of it. Moreover, Anal City has an absurdly good reputation, and with the addition of the mercenary guilds in various cities, it is sought after by not only spirit masters but also ordinary people. I am more inclined to the Spirit Hall. Tang San said slowly. What good is it for Yihan and the others to do this? and I remember that he recruited the 7 Treasures Glazed Tile sect that year. Okay, stop guessing, help Rongrong back to rest first. Since Sect Master Ning and the others are not dead, his first target must be Rongrong. We will know everything when they come. The master looked at the weird atmosphere and broke it directly. The news of the destruction of the 7 Treasures Glazed Tile sect has been evaporating, and everyone is also guessing who did it. Some people think it was Anil City, some people think it was the Spirit Hall, and some people think it was the 2 empires. Anyway, the rumors outside are getting more and more weird. In Anil City, the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family opened the first clan meeting since coming to Anil City. The clan leader is really far-sighted. The first elder flattered as soon as he opened his mouth, and the other elders also expressed their opinions. The corner of Yu Yuan's mouth twitched slightly. Originally, these people tried their best to stop him. If he hadn't gone against the crowd and given up the 3 sects to join Anil City, the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family might have been wiped out. You know, Yu Yuan knew very well that even the 96th level sword Douluo Chenzin and the 95th level bone Douluo couldn't defend the 7 Treasures Glazed sect. How could he, a 92nd level title Douluo, defend the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family? The best result is probably that a few people can escape, and the worst is naturally that no one in the family survives. Thinking of this, Yu Yuan is still a little scared. If this decision hadn't been made at the beginning, the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family might have been history. Okay, I'm not here to listen to your flattery. Yuhan sent a message. If there are people from the 7 Treasures Glazed sect nearby, remember to protect them, and notify the people from the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family who are out on a mission. Yu Yuan waved his hand to interrupt the flattery of several people. Although it was very refreshing, he still talked about business now. Oscar, who was far away in the far north, also received the news of the destruction of the 7 Treasures Glazed sect, and his momentum was lost. Oscar is no longer immature now. Years of life and death experience have made him much more mature. At this moment, Oscar clenched his hands. Captain Houghton, I'm sorry, I won't attend the party. I have something urgent to do and must leave. You kid, I can see that you are not in good shape recently. Go if you have something to do. Houghton said with a smile. Thank you. Oscar put on his cowboy hat and left quickly. Wrong, you must be very sad now. Wait for me. Just 1 week after the destruction of the 7 Treasures Glazed sect, the Spirit Hall announced the purpose of hosting the re-election of the 7 sects by them. At once, the source of the destruction of the 7 Treasures Glazed sect was found. The Spirit Hall did not intend to cover it up. It waited until a week later just to give the news of the destruction of the 7 Treasures Glazed sect time to ferment. Master, Dean Erlong, why haven't my father and others come here yet? Ning Rongrong asked every day since she knew that her father would come to Shrek. Rongrong, eat something first. If you keep going like this, don't even mention whether Uncle Ning will come or not. You will be exhausted by then. Zhu Huking said with some worry. Ning Rongrong looked haggard and said with some fear, what if my father, Grandpa Jian, and Grandpa Gutao didn't come out at all? I don't know whether Oscar is dead or alive. Facing Ning Rongrong with tears on her face, Zhu Huking hugged Ning Rongrong with some heartache. When Ning Rongrong cried tired and fell asleep, Zhu Huking sighed and left. Zhuking, we can't delay any longer. Daimube looked at Zhu Huking seriously. I know you are worried about Rongrong, but we have to go back to the Xingluo Empire. The notice from the Spirit Hall has caused chaos in all the major sects in the Xingluo Empire. We must go back and settle down, and then come to see Rongrong. I know. Zhu Huking also knew that she had been delaying for a long time. Daimube was willing to accompany her only to accommodate her, and he couldn't be willful anymore. I have already notified Xiazhen. He will take good care of Rongrong. Daimube said gently when he saw Zhu Huking let go. The other master went to the palace. The Spirit Hall had bad intentions this time, and Emperor Zuyu knew that, so he did not refuse the master's suggestion to train the army. For a time, the whole continent became turbulent, and the major forces were making preparations, while the sects and families were preparing for the re-election of the 7 sects. All the sects knew that if they participated in the re-election of the 7 sects, they would be affiliated with the Spirit Hall, but so what? As long as they became one of the top 3 or the bottom 4 sects, they would have countless honors. It would also allow the sect to develop rapidly. In the past, if they did not fight, they would have no chance. Now that the opportunity has come, who would not want to go one step further? Chapter 227. The mistress doesn't look like you at all. As the spirit hall took the lead, all the major forces became turbulent. Among them, it is estimated that only Yihan's Anil city can be regarded as sitting on the Diaoyote. Even many small sects that do not want to participate in the dispute have fled to Anil city to seek refuge. After all, Anil city is still very famous, and it is well known that the spirit hall and Anil city have a bad relationship. Has Ningfengzi not arrived at Xiandao Imperial City yet? Yihan frowned and calculated the time. According to reason, he should have arrived long ago. Yi handed the information of the criminal army to Yihan. See for yourself. After reading the situation, Yihan also understood the key. In the original work, the spirit hall was divided into two groups. One group attacked the Seven Treasures Glazed sect, and the other group attacked the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family. Now the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family is in Anil City, and only the Seven Treasures Glazed sect is left. Although Ningfengzi and his men ran out, the pursuers they faced were still very terrifying. This can also explain why Ningfengzi is so slow. After all, Gurong was slightly injured, Chenzhen was seriously injured, and the rest of them were all disciples of the Seven Treasures Glazed sect, all of whom were auxiliary spirit masters, so they naturally had to be careful. In that case, let's wait a while. Yihan stretched lazily. Anyway, he had plenty of time and was not in a hurry. Compared with Yihan and others who were enjoying themselves here, Tang San was really overwhelmed. Ningrongrong was completely handed over to him, but Ningrongrong would ask if her father had come every day when she woke up, and would start crying if not. Tang San said he really couldn't stand it. If it was Xiao Wu, Tang San would definitely hold her in his arms, but Ningrongrong was not Xiao Wu, and Tang San had never encountered such a situation. As for the others, Tang San couldn't count on them at all. The master was training the army of the Xiandao Empire, Flanders was maintaining the operation of the academy, and Liu Erlong chose to go to Anil City to find his father. Dai Mubei and Zhu Zhuqing returned to the Xingluo Empire to preside over the overall situation, and Ma Hongjin was even less likely to think about it, because the evil fire on his body became more serious due to the improvement of his spirit power. Well, wrong, why don't we go out for a walk? Maybe Uncle Ning and the others will come today. Tang San really had no choice but to ask Ningrongrong carefully, hoping that going out to relax would make Ningrongrong feel better. Ningrongrong's eyes were red, and she nodded. Brother San, let's go to the city gate to wait for Dad. Tang San also breathed a sigh of relief. It was best if she was willing to go out, otherwise if she kept crying, something would happen sooner or later. In order to make Ningrongrong feel better, Tang San bought food, drinks, and toys along the way, hoping that Ningrongrong would feel a little better. In addition, Ningrongrong had eaten less and slept less recently, and was very weak. Originally, Tang San was going to call a carriage, but Ningrongrong refused, so Tang San had to help Ningrongrong move forward. Bang! Above the tavern in the distance, a man had a gloomy face and eyes full of anger. Wrong, there is a small tea house in front. Can we take a rest and wait here? Tang San asked gently. Ningrongrong also nodded. As soon as the two sat down, Tang San frowned and looked behind him. What a strong hostility. Who is it? Is it bad for Rongrong? No, not here. The blue-silver grass on Tang San's body appeared, entangled Ningrongrong, and quickly moved northward. Before he could guarantee whether the person behind him was from the spirit hall, Tang San had to find a safe place for Ningrongrong. The closest and safest place to him was Yihan's residence. Bang! Yihan, who was drinking tea, suddenly saw his window was smashed. He was stunned. Tang San put down Ningrongrong, who was confused, and said, Xiao Han, wrong, please take care of her. After saying that, he jumped out of the window. Yihan was also confused. Ningrongrong didn't know what her third brother was crazy about, so the two looked at each other, and it became a confused fruit on a confused tree, and you and me under a confused tree. What's wrong with Tang San? What's wrong with you? You at my window and left you and ran away. You too, you have red eyes. Yihan asked in confusion. Bah! A dog can't spit out ivory, you are the one with red eyes. Ningrongrong shouted angrily. At this moment, soul power fluctuations suddenly appeared on the street downstairs. Yihan looked over curiously, and Ningrongrong also ran over quickly, and saw two people confronting each other. Johan recognized Oscar at a glance. Oh, so that's what's going on. Jealousy is really the most terrifying. You have to know that Tang San has changed a lot now. Not to mention that I haven't seen him for 5 years. Even if I haven't seen him for a day or two, I guess I won't recognize Tang San now. After all, Tang San didn't become more handsome, but changed his head. Oscar is the same. Oscar now has no weakness of an auxiliary spirit master, and with a long scar on his face, he looks more like a combat spirit master. Before releasing his martial spirit, Tang San was probably a little confused. Ningrongrong was also a little strange. This man looks so familiar. Downstairs, Tang San looked at Oscar with a serious face. Who are you? Why are you attacking me for no reason? What is your relationship with Rongrong? Where did you hide Rongrong? Oscar's soul power continued to burst out, and the 6 soul rings on his body were also shining. Soul Emperor. Tang San's face was solemn, but now was not the time to hesitate, and his soul rings slowly released. What is the relationship between Rongrong and me? What does it have to do with you? Damn it. Oscar was furious and rushed towards Tang San at a high speed. The two of them separated as soon as they touched each other. After several rounds of back and forth, Oscar took out his huge divine crossbow from behind, pulled the trigger, and the crossbow arrow flew out. Tang San frowned. He knew his huge divine crossbow very well. His eyes opened the purple magic pupils, and the black jade hand flicked the crossbow arrow very casually. Where did you get this huge divine crossbow? Tang San was also a little angry. You know, this huge divine crossbow in Oscar's hand is different from the one given to the 7 treasures, Glazed sect. Tang San only made 8 of these huge divine crossbows, 1 for each of the Shrek 7 devils, and 1 for Johan. You also knows huge divine crossbow? Even if that's the case, so what? Oscar's soul power burst out, 6th soul skill, mirror image sausage. The moment Tang San saw the sausage, he suddenly realized, and he also secretly probed his pig brain. There is a special huge divine crossbow, and he cares about Ningrongrong, isn't that Oscar? Zioao, stop hitting me, I'm Tang San. Tang San said loudly. Zio-san. Oscar was stunned, then glanced at Tang San. You're talking nonsense, Zio-san doesn't look like you at all. Me. Tang San was speechless for a while. Oscar on the other side had already eaten the mirror image sausage, and then Tang San was shocked, Ningrongrong was shocked, and Johan was also shocked. I saw a huge city shining behind Oscar. Isn't this Uruk? Although it is not as big as Johan, it is indeed Uruk, and it is also Johan's 4th soul skill, the King's Cannon. This is what Johan asked Oscar for in the far north. You should know that Oscar didn't get the spirit ring of the mirror beast at that time, so it can only be regarded as a rainy day. What did you do with Tang San just now? Why did Oscar attack so cruelly? Johan looked at Ningrongrong with a strange expression. I didn't do anything. It's just that my father's life and death are unknown. Speaking of her father, Ningrongrong's tears fell unconsciously. Johan quickly stretched out his right hand to interrupt. Stop, your father is still alive. Bone Douluo, Sword Douluo and some 7 treasures Glazed tile sect disciples will resist Xiandao Imperial City soon, so don't cry. Really? Ningrongrong held back her tears and asked with some surprise. Nonsense. You have to believe in our Anil City's criminal army. Johan said proudly. I'm still curious, what did Tang San do with you? I was in a bad mood before, and the 3 of them bought me food, drinks, and toys to make me happy. Because I was weak, they helped me to rest. Ningrongrong was stunned. You mentioned Oscar before? Where is he? Johan called out in his heart. Good guy, although Tang San was kind. But Oscar's perspective was not like this. An unknown handsome man, supporting his goddess, showing great courtesy, is simply killing people. Aren't you fighting with Zio-san? Johan pointed at Oscar with a determined face. Ningrongrong was stunned, and looked carefully at Oscar who was attached to the empty space. Although there was a scar on his face, he was still handsome. He used to be feminine handsome, but now he is handsome in a manly way. No, we can't let them fight again. Ningrongrong wanted to stand up, but the next moment she staggered and sat on the ground, feeling dizzy for a while. Sam-san. Come in and help Ningrongrong, I don't want to be beaten by Oscar. Johan teased. Ningrongrong's face flushed when she heard this, but she was more eager to stop it, and she was also anxious to see Oscar after not seeing him for a long time. Chapter 228, Can't Afford to Play. Under Johan's instruction, Although Ning Rongrong was very anxious, Yihan was not anxious at all. Kwang San was naturally not anxious either, and walked slowly along the way, taking Ning Rongrong down the stairs step by step. Tang San downstairs also knew that this battle was inevitable. The blue-silver grass on his body quickly hid him in front of him, and Oscar also used the king's cannon as if he was risking his life. As a person who had experienced it, Yihan knew very well that Oscar's soul power consumption must be very serious now, and Yihan keenly discovered that Oscar was not affected by the soul skills and became the same personality as Jin Shanshan. But the corresponding power of the king's cannon was simply horrible in Yihan's eyes. If Yihan personally took charge, Tang San's blue-silver grass would not be able to stop it even if it evolved into the blue-silver emperor. Fifth soul skill, blue-silver overlord spear. A burst of blue spears condensed on Tang San's side, constantly knocking away the treasures rushing towards him, and then used the blue-silver emperor to block the explosion. Tisk. I didn't expect Xiaoao to become so strong in 5 years. Tang San didn't want to delay any longer, and the blue-silver domain and killing god domain on his body instantly exploded. A huge hammer was held in his hand, Luan cape. Blue-silver grass, clear sky hammer. Oscar's pupils also shrank. If Oscar had believed half of it when Tang San took out a blue-silver grass before, then when Tang San took out a clear sky hammer, his identity was completely confirmed. You are really Xiao San. Oscar looked at Tang San in horror. Absolutely genuine. Tang San put away the clear sky hammer and smiled gently. Long time no see, Xiaoao. Yes. Long time no see. If it was Tang San, then the actions he had done before would have changed from being courteous to comforting Ning Rongrong. Oscar was still very moved. Oscar. Just as Oscar was immersed in the joy of seeing Tang San again, a voice he had been thinking about day and night suddenly sounded. Oscar hurriedly picked up the cowboy hat on the ground and put it on his head, then turned around. Haha. It's Rongrong. I have something else to do, so I'll leave first. Xiaozhen, please help me take care of Rongrong. Just when Oscar was about to take the first step, Ning Rongrong staggered over without knowing where she got the strength from. Seeing Ning Rongrong about to fall, Oscar quickly hugged her. Why are you so weak? Did you not eat well? Oscar pulled the cowboy hat down so low that it basically covered his face, but his tone was still very gentle. Oscar, you bastard. Do you know how worried I am about you? You ran away without saying a word. I can tell my father. He will definitely agree that we can be together. Ning Rongrong's crying made Oscar very distressed, and he let Ning Rongrong hit him. Thousands of words converged into one sentence. Sorry, I won't do it again in the future. I have gained the power to protect you. As long as Ning Rongrong asked, Ning Fengzi would definitely agree, but Oscar just didn't want to be the only one standing in front of Ning Rongrong when she was in danger. He must have enough strength to protect Ning Rongrong, which is why he has been able to persist no matter how difficult it has been for the past 5 years. Ning Rongrong was tired of crying, so she held Oscar's hands with her right hand and slowly took off Oscar's cowboy hat with her left hand. Oscar was stunned and looked worried. Sorry, I'm not handsome anymore, I scared you. Oscar said a little frustratedly, facing Ning Rongrong, who was looking at his face without saying anything. No. Ning Rongrong lay in Oscar's arms and straightened Oscar's face with both hands. Very handsome, more handsome than before. Oscar's eyes lit up, and his excitement was simply uncontrollable, and he hugged Ning Rongrong. Ahem. Although it's very warm, but kissing and hugging in public. How can it be decent? And I don't really want to eat dog food. Yihan said very unpleasantly. Ning Rongrong blushed when she heard this and buried her head in Oscar's arms. Oscar hugged Ning Rongrong and walked towards the hotel that Yihan had booked. Ah. No. Tang San. Please hug me. Yihan opened his hands. Kwang San smiled, walked over slowly, and kissed her directly. Yihan opened his eyes wide for a moment. He really enjoyed it and felt great. How are you happy? Kwang San smiled charmingly. Yihan gave a thumbs up, of course. Hey. Kissing and hugging each other in public. How shameless. Tang San had a myocardial infarction on the side. He was bullying Xiao Wu because she was not here, right? None of your business. Yihan laughed, hugged Kwang San and kissed her again. Are you angry? Xiao Wu is not here. Even if she was, you might not dare to do this. Your uncle. Tang San was still the familiar Tang San. He didn't know how to curse at all. He held it in for a long time and said this. For a moment, Tang San looked at Yuhan lying in Kwang San's arms, and Ning Rongrong and Oscar who were whispering to each other, and instantly made up his mind. Xiao, since you are back, I will leave. Rongrong will be left to you to take care of. I will go find Xiao Wu. It was originally a very serious matter, but Yuhan could hear Tang San's grief and anger. Oh no. Should I tell Tang San that not only can he not get Xiao Wu back this time, but his wife has also been sacrificed? Yuhan thought a little evilly. However, thinking of Xiao Wu's sacrifice, Yuhan hesitated in his heart. Xiao Wu's sacrifice was indeed very touching and contributed to Tang San's growth. But before Xiao Wu sacrificed herself, it was because of the acacia heartbroken red that she retained a slight chance of resurrection. Now Tang San has never obtained the immortal grass, which means that Xiao Wu's sacrifice is really a sacrifice. If this really happens, Tang San will be blackened on the spot. Thinking of this, Yuhan had a headache for a while. You know, he didn't want to destroy the spirit hall, he just wanted to replace the Pope of the spirit hall. Then it became crucial that Xiao Wu could not be sacrificed, and with this opportunity, Tang San's development could be slowed down. At least until he enters the title Douluo. After all, without the sacrifice of the 100,000-year soul beast, Tang San is really not as buggy as in the later stage. With an idea in mind, Yuhan did not hesitate and directly asked the Xingjin to inform Dian and Zudi that someone would enter the Xingdao Great Forest to hunt a 100,000-year soul beast recently, and wait until Tang San and Xiao Wu were completely defeated before taking action. Dian, who was far away in Anil City, received the letter and summoned all the soul beasts. Take a look. Dian said expressionlessly. What is this? I can't understand it at all. Shangjun said very complacently. The 10,000 Monster King mocked, I told you to read more and learn more words, but now you can't even recognize a letter. You know it as if you know it. Shangjun roared unconvinced. I really know it, isn't it just that someone wants to hunt a 100,000-year soul beast? After the 10,000 Monster King finished speaking, the entire area around the Tree of Life was quiet. What the hell? Hunting a 100,000-year soul beast? This immediately ignited the soul beasts in the room. After all, how could a soul beast be hunted? It's a soft-bone rabbit that has transformed and rebuilt. Her name is Xiao Wu. Bingdi pointed at the photo. She's quite cute. Very brave, not every soul beast dares to rebuild. Zudi also looked at Xiao Wu with admiration. After all, as a soul beast, it will face two situations when it reaches 100,000 years. Thunder tribulation or rebuilding. Most soul beasts would rather die in thunder tribulation than rebuild. One is because of the speed of cultivation, and the other is too dangerous. Once rebuilding means that the combat power of a 100,000-year-old soul beast becomes the weakest state. Such a 100,000-year-old soul beast is simply a gift from heaven for human soul masters. What do you mean? Shangjun looked at everyone who didn't speak, and said excitedly, isn't this his fault? This time I agree with Lao Shuang's suggestion. They rebelled. The face of the 10,000 Demon King was also very ugly. What about you? Dian looked at Zudi. Here, only Zudi was on an equal footing with him, so he naturally had to give her the face she deserved. These people are too presumptuous. Zudi's words also made her position very clear. Dian also showed a dangerous smile. Although Yuhan said not to kill some key figures, they still need to be taught a profound lesson. That's right. This spirit hall is crazy. Anil City and the spirit hall don't get along well, and they dare to come so close. If Yuhan didn't stop me, I would have sent all the people away. Bingdi said angrily. This side has been finalized, and the spirit hall on the other side is also preparing intensively. However, if Bibi Dong knew that 900,000-year soul beasts were waiting for them, she would definitely give up this plan and directly express whether she can afford it. Chapter 229 Current Situation. Xiandao Empire, outside Xiandao Imperial City. Finally here. Ning Fengzi looked at Xiandao Imperial City with some emotion, thinking back to the last time he came here. It was still glorious, but he didn't expect that this time he was just escaping. Okay, Fengzi, it's safe now that we're here. Gurong's face was also full of fatigue. He had fought many battles with the spirit hall along the way, and he had to be vigilant at all times. These were not easy. Now that he was here, he was relieved. How is the bitch? You can't spit out ivory from a dog's mouth. Chen Xin appeared in front of Gurong in an instant, I'm now a level 97 title Douluo. Ning Fengzi and Gu Rong's pupils shrank, and they looked at Chen Xin in disbelief. Uncle Jian, you, really? Really? I didn't expect that this time I could turn a broken right arm into a blessing in disguise. It was also thanks to entering level 97 that I was able to suppress my injury, otherwise I couldn't move at all now. Chen Xin was also a little surprised. To be honest, the bottleneck that had been blocking him for several years has been broken because of the broken arm. Now think about it, it's time and fate. Since the bitch is fine for the time being, let's go in first, say Rong, and then find a healing spirit master to see the bitch. Gurong's tone was a little worried when he mentioned Ning Rong. Although Ning Rong was in Xiandao Imperial City and was protected by people from Shrek Academy, if the spirit hall really went crazy, no one could say for sure. As soon as Ning Fengzi and others entered the city, Yihan received the news, but Yihan was not in a hurry, and always gave others time to reminisce. Shrek Academy was still easy to find, and soon the news of Ning Fengzi and others' arrival was known to the master and others. Dad? Ning Rong's eyes were full of tears, and she ran over quickly and threw herself into Ning Fengzi's arms. It's really great that you are okay. Ning Fengzi rubbed Ning Rong's head. Rong, don't be afraid, aren't we fine? Grandpa Jian, your hand. Ning Rong looked at the person she cared about, and immediately discovered that Chen Xin's right arm was empty, and the whole person looked at Chen Xin in disbelief. Seeing this, Chen Xin turned around quickly and laughed. It's just a minor injury. Grandpa Jian is already a level 97 title Douluo. No. Not at all. Grandpa Jian uses a sword. How can you be without a right arm? Ning Rong ran over excitedly, looking at the right arm that really disappeared, a little overwhelmed. Just when Chen Xin didn't know what to say, Gu Rong on the side pushed Chen Xin away with a bit of annoyance. I told you to get treatment first, but you had to come over to make trouble. Rong, don't cry. The bitch was able to become a level 97 title Douluo because of the broken arm. It won't affect him. Ning Fengzi on the side also sighed and looked at Flanders. Dean Flanders, please arrange a healing spirit master, and find us a place to rest temporarily. Of course, everyone will stay at Shrek Academy for the time being. Flanders said respectfully. Not to mention the relationship between Ning Rong and Ning Fengzi, even if the two title Douluos were still alive, the 7 treasures glazed tile sect would still be a lean camel bigger than a horse. Thank you very much, Ning Fengzi said very seriously. Soon under Flanders' arrangement, the 7 treasures glazed sect quickly settled down, and Ning Rong also brought Oscar to Ning Fengzi. Master Ning, long time no see. Oscar touched his head and smiled shyly. Ning Fengzi looked at Oscar and was a little surprised for a moment. You are Oscar. Exactly. After 5 years of not seeing each other, I have gained the strength to protect Rong. Oscar said very firmly. Ning Fengzi sighed helplessly. In fact, even if you didn't leave at the beginning, I would agree with you. After all, this is my daughter's choice. Haha. Even so, I don't want anything to really happen. I can't stop it. Oscar just finished speaking, and a strong pressure came over him. Oscar was caught off guard and almost knelt down, but years of fighting made Oscar adjust instantly, and the soul ring on his body released to block the pressure, and his face became serious. Ning Rong also found something wrong, and then saw Gu Rong on the side. Grandpa Bone, what are you doing? Unfortunately, Gu Rong did not stop this time, and the pressure continued to be released. Oscar's face was firm, and he did not shout or cry. The pressure continued to increase, but his back was always straight, even though his forehead was covered with sweat. Not bad. After Gu Rong finished speaking, the pressure disappeared immediately, and the whole person was lost in the darkness. Ning Rong hurriedly ran over to help Oscar up, and said angrily, Grandpa Bone is really. It's okay, Rong, didn't Bone Douluo finally recognize me? Oscar smiled easily. After so many years, today is definitely the most relaxing day. Stupid. Ning Rong's face flushed, and she turned around. I won't pay attention to you. Soon the two stopped quarreling, and everyone came to the reception room of Shrek Academy. Ning Fengzi talked about the strength of the Spirit Hall very seriously, so that everyone could have a bottom line. The Spirit Hall is hiding too deep. The master frowned, a little worried. If the Spirit Hall really controls the upper 3 sects and the lower 4 sects, then even the 2 empires may be in danger. The only one who can stay out of trouble is Anil City. Teacher, for this situation, I plan to create a sect. Tang San said. The master frowned. Zio-san, creating a sect is no joke. Human resources and financial resources are indispensable. I already have a goal, and the 4 clans with single attributes are my primary recruitment targets. Tang San said very seriously, but unfortunately the faces of the people present were rather strange. Zio-san, you have practiced for many years. You may not know that among the 4 clans with single attributes, only the Power Clan has not joined Anil City. The other 3 clans have already joined, and the situation of the Power Clan is also very bad. Flanders sighed. Since the last time Titan forged all the keys and shattered, Titan's ability as a divine craftsman has been questioned. The most intuitive thing is that the Power Clan has received less forging work. Over the years, the Power Clan has been able to survive with the help of the other 3 clans, and the voices of dissatisfaction within the clan are becoming more and more obvious. After all, as one of the 4 clans with a single attribute, the other 3 clans follow Yuhan and enjoy a good life, with benefits that are outrageous, and they have considerable power in Anil City. But the Power Clan lives a miserable life every day, eating only porridge, and even has no money to repair the damaged houses. Although most of the clan members don't say anything, they all blame Titan. You know, Yuhan didn't mean to hide anything when he came to recruit. Tang San didn't expect this to happen, and was silent for a while. It doesn't matter. With the Power Clan, I can also recruit other small forces. With hidden weapons, there is no worry about bad development. It's up to you to decide. The master didn't want to hit his apprentice, so he could only choose to support him. Ningrongrong stood up excitedly. Yes. Yuhan. What's wrong with Yuhan? Everyone looked at Ningrongrong in confusion. Brother, do you still remember Takesaki Kirumi? Ningrongrong said excitedly. When Yuhan blew up your hands and feet, if Takesaki Kirumi could be cured, then Grandpa Jian's broken arm could also be cured. Yes. Ning Fengzi's face was also a little hot. You know, as long as the current level 97 sword Douluo recovers to normal, his strength will definitely be even stronger. Alice Fengzi, have you forgotten the promise you made back then? What are you going to say to Yuhan now? Chen Zhen's words shocked Ning Fengzi. This. Ning Fengzi was still very unwilling in his heart. He didn't expect that the 7 treasures Glazed sect was really destroyed, and it was not the Haoshan sect that he had always thought, but the Wuhan Hall that he thought was the most unlikely. Promise Yuhan. The 7 treasures Glazed sect is already like this. The entire continent, except for Anil City, may even the 2 empires are willing to accept us. Ningrongrong said a little excitedly. Ning Fengzi sighed. He also understood what Ningrongrong said. At this time, who would be willing to accept the 7 treasure of Glazed sect? If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelist. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 230 The 7 Treasures Glazed Sect Joints. In Shrek Academy, when everyone was discussing, a hurried knock on the door sounded. Come in. Dean Flanders, Master, Yuhan wants to see you. As soon as the word Yuhan came out, Ning Fengzi's pupils shrank. He always felt that Yuhan was coming for him, but he couldn't tell. Flanders rubbed his temples, and seeing that Ning Fengzi and others had no objection, he said, please come in. Yuhan and his group quickly entered the reception room. Seeing Ning Fengzi, Yuhan pretended to be surprised and said, it's been a long time since I last saw you, Sect Master Ning. I'm deeply sorry for what happened to your sect. After the incident, I also ordered the mercenary unions in various places to protect the disciples of the 7 treasures Glazed Tile sect. Thank you, little friend Yuhan. Ning Fengzi was still a little embarrassed. Yuhan didn't mention a word about what he promised at the beginning, and he helped the 7 treasures Glazed Tile sect so much, which was already a great help. It should be. Yuhan smiled meaningfully. Seeing the strange atmosphere, the master slowly asked, why is City Lord Yuhan here this time? Nothing, I'm just about to leave recently. I'm here to ask Ma Hongjin and the others for their opinions. If they really don't want to, I won't force them anymore. After Yuhan finished speaking, Flanders' pupils shrank. He knew that Yuhan meant that if he refused this time, he would never want to join Anil City again. You know, the Li clan refused at the beginning, and Yuhan refused to join again. That is to say, This is Ma Hongjin's last chance. Although some time has passed, it is undeniable that Ma Hongjin is still very hesitant and can't let go of his teacher. I will join, but you must heal Grandpa Jian's arm. Ningrongrong stood up decisively and said very firmly. Although she was reluctant to leave her brothers and sisters, Ningrongrong cared more about her family. She knew very well that Chenzin and Gurong doted on her since she was a child. When she was young, she was ignorant and often got into trouble, but Chenzin and Gurong would definitely stand by her side. Now that she has grown up, Ningrongrong understands this kind of love even more. Rongrong. You don't have to do this at all. Chenzin said with some emotion. To be honest, he was really happy that Ningrongrong could stand up for him. Yuhan smiled playfully. Are you sure you want this condition? The condition I gave you at the beginning was to evolve your martial soul, the 7 treasures Glazed Tower, and I am sure it will evolve into the 9 treasures Glazed Tower. 9 treasures Glazed Tower. Ning Fengzi's pupils shrank. You know, the 9 treasures Glazed Tower proves that there is a chance to become a titled Douluo, which is a qualitative leap for the 7 treasures Glazed Tower. No, just treat Grandpa Jian's injury. Ningrongrong said very firmly. Ning Fengzi said, no, my friend Jihan, I remember that you and my daughter had a promise at the beginning, and I agreed. Now I represent the 7 treasures Glazed sect and hope to join Anil City, but I hope you can help Uncle Jian heal his arm. After saying this, Ning Fengzi felt relieved. Yuhan smiled, welcome. I will arrange for someone to pick up everyone from the 7 treasures Glazed Tile sect. Tang San will deal with Jian Daluo's arm in a while. Ningrongrong's martial spirit evolution needs to go to Anil City. Thank you. Ning Fengzi said with some gratitude. Oscar was the most entangled about the 7 treasures Glazed Tile sect officially joining Anil City, but thinking about Rongrong and thinking about the efforts of the past few years, Oscar said seriously, I hope to join Anil City. Oscar. Ningrongrong looked at Oscar in surprise, and was also quite moved. Okay, welcome. Yihan would naturally not turn away the future god of food in the original work. After dealing with the 7 treasures Glazed Tile sect and Oscar, Yihan looked at Tang San and Ma Hongjin. Tang San hesitated for a long time, and sighed, Xiao Han, I need to think about this matter. I will go to Xiao Wu in a while. If Xiao Wu doesn't object, I will take Xiao Wu to Anil City. Since you said so, of course it's okay. I think Ma Hongjin is also a bit conflicted. Let's wait until the next time we meet. But this is the last time. Yuhan knew what would happen next time, and recruiting Tang San was basically a foregone conclusion. As long as Tang San joined, Ma Hongjin would naturally not refuse, and the main purpose of this visit was the 7 treasures Glazed Tile sect, which was now in his hands. In that case, we'll take our leave. Yuhan said politely. Wait. The master looked at Yuhan and others who were about to leave, hesitated for a while and asked, City Lord Yuhan, what do you think of the recent actions of the Spirit Hall? Sit and watch? Yuhan said casually. Flanders laughed and said, City Lord Yuhan is joking. The whole continent knows that Anil City and Spirit Hall have a bad relationship. This time, Spirit Hall is recruiting forces with great fanfare. I believe that City Lord Yuhan will not ignore it. There is no eternal enemy. Maybe Spirit Hall and I will become good friends in the future. Yuhan smiled ambiguously, but this sentence scared Flanders, the master. If Spirit Hall really joins forces with Anil City, then the situation on the continent is basically a foregone conclusion. Tang San hesitated for a while and said, Xiao Han, if you really plan to join forces with Spirit Hall, we may be enemies in the future. Every grievance has its perpetrator. I'm not stopping you from taking revenge. You just killed the enemies of your parents. Are you going to massacre the entire Spirit Hall? You should know that there are good people in it. Master Su Yanteo was also good to you at the beginning. Yuhan knew Tang San's hesitation, but Tang San was not a bloodthirsty person. Of course not, but I hope you won't stop me when the time comes. Tang San looked at Yuhan very seriously. Yuhan smiled, of course. Yuhan was eager for Tang San to purge the high-level officials of the Spirit Hall. You know, most of the Spirit Hall is now in Bibi Dong's hands. It is not as simple as changing the Pope to let Jinring Su take power. The whole Spirit Hall must be in his hands. After chatting for a few words, Yuhan and others left. Tang San, who was in a hurry, did not intend to delay any more and left directly. Let's go see Senior Titan first. Tang San thought about it and decided to go see the Power Clan. The Power Clan is in Xiandao Imperial City, not far from Shrek Academy, but the Power Clan is really depressed now. Each disciple also felt a little pale and thin. Big brother, please inform that Tang San is here to visit. You are Tang San. The Power Clan guards heard Tang San, their legs turned red, and they were full of hostility. You know, their clan leader refused Yi Han's recruitment because of Tang Hao's son Tang San. As a result, something happened to the Power Clan. Tang Hao couldn't find it, and Tang San couldn't find it either. In the end, it was Anil City who stepped in and got a good result. Is there anything wrong with me being Tang San? Tang San looked at the guard in confusion, not understanding why there was such a big malice. How? Wait? The guard left, and soon, a familiar person walked out of the door. It was Tai Long who participated in the competition with him. Sam Xiao, long time no see. Tai Long was still a little surprised to see Tang San. Grandpa is waiting for you. Tang San was also a little excited. It's been a long time since I last saw you. The Power Clan doesn't seem to be optimistic now. Yet, let's talk about it when we get inside. Tai Long spoke softly. After all, Tang San is absolutely taboo in the entire Power Clan now. Senior Titan. Tang San looked at the old senior in front of him with some emotion. Titan was very haggard now, and it was obvious that he was worried. Ha ha ha. Good boy, you have become handsome after not seeing you for so many years. I almost didn't recognize you. Titan laughed. The reason I came to see Senior Titan this time is because I want to create a few sects, and I hope the Power Clan will join. Tang San exchanged pleasantries for a while, and also wanted to change the current situation of the Power Clan. Although Titan wanted to join, he thought about the current situation of the clan inside. Young master. The sect is very dissatisfied with you now. If it were me, it would be fine, but it might be difficult to deal with other people in the Power Clan. Tang San was puzzled. Although he felt that something was wrong when he came in, he had to know that he had been practicing for these years and had never appeared, so he had never offended the Power Clan. Chapter 231, Tang San's Frustration. After Titan's explanation, Tang San finally understood why the Power Clan had such a high hatred for him. Although it seemed like an unprovoked disaster, it was undeniable that his father did not lend a helping hand when the Power Clan needed it. Can you trouble Senior Titan to help me gather the clan members? Tang San sighed. He still wanted to try his best. After all, the Power Clan was indispensable for the establishment of the Tang Sect. Otherwise, he would not be able to build a large number of hidden weapons by himself. Titan nodded at the resolute Tang San, but still kindly reminded him, the result may not be very good, be prepared yourself. Although many people were dissatisfied with Titan, Titan was still the strongest of the Power Clan. Even if he was dissatisfied, he would not show it in front of Titan. So with Titan's call, most of the clan members still gathered. Hello everyone, my name is Tang San. Tang San, standing on the high platform, introduced himself as soon as he opened his mouth. For a moment, the members of the Power Clan below were boiling with excitement. What? He is Tang Hao's son. It's because of him that we didn't join Anil City. It doesn't look like a big deal. Yet. I don't know what the clan leader is thinking. If we join Anil City, will Douluo dare to attack our Power Clan? Faced with the noisy voices, Titan slapped the chair and roared, quiet. Seeing Titan angry, the clansmen below quickly quieted down. Seeing this, Tang San said very sincerely, I have been practicing all these years. I am deeply sorry for what happened to the Power Clan. This time I came to invite the Power Clan to join the sect I founded. It is also a chance for me to make up for it. Aren't you afraid of the Spirit Hall if I join your sect? A member of the clan asked loudly. Tang San was stunned, and said very seriously, as long as you join our sect, I will do my best to protect everyone. I hope everyone can believe me. You, a Soul King, protect us? Do you have a title Douluo? This is exactly the same as what your father said. Tang Hao also said this to our Power Clan, but what happened? A man who was not young said very disappointedly. That's right, you only know how to make big promises. If Ju Douluo and Ghost Douluo come again, what can you do to stop them? You only know how to brag. Didn't Tang Hao and Hao Xianzong do the same thing back then? In the end, Hao Xianzong ran away, Tang Hao ran away, and it was our Power Clan that suffered. Does this count as the son inheriting the father's business? Tang San was confused at the moment. What he said was the truth, and it was all his heartfelt words. He didn't understand why the Power Clan rejected him so much. If Yuhan was here, he would definitely tell him that the Power Clan now does not want a sincere attitude, but actual actions, especially the Power Clan who have experienced the attack of the titled Douluo. Okay, quiet down. Titan looked at the noisy tribesmen again and said again, let's stop here today. Disperse. Titan dispersed the tribesmen and brought the somewhat disappointed Tang San to the reception room, sighing, young master, you have also seen that the Power Clan is very repulsive to you and the master now, but if you need help, you can find me and I will do my best to help. Thank you, Senior Titan. I will go to the Xingdao Great Forest recently. When I come back, I will start to solve the situation of the Power Clan. Tang San said seriously. Tang San originally thought that this recruitment was a sure thing, but unfortunately, it was not as he wished. The Power Clan was extremely distrustful of Tang San because of what happened in recent years. Tang San, who had no good solution for this, could only choose to go to the Xingdao Great Forest to find Xiao Wu, who he thought about day and night. On the other side, Yuhan, who returned to Anil City first, found Dian and Zudi as soon as possible. It is not an exaggeration to say that these two people are the leaders of soul beasts. Have you seen my letter? Yuhan asked straight to the point. Dian looked at Yuhan and asked in confusion, I saw it, but since he is from the Spirit Hall, why didn't you let me kill him directly? What you are doing now is not your character. Dian can't say that he knows Yuhan 100%, but at least he is not bad. A man who dared to surround and kill Jin Daoliu, who had the divine test at the soul sect level, would he be merciful and let him go? Don't joke. I have a better way to deal with the Spirit Hall, so there is no need to kill the Spirit Hall. The Spirit Hall will also be the power of Anil City in the future. Yuhan explained a little. However, Yuhan would not give in to the Spirit Hall everywhere because of this, but just give the Spirit Hall a little mercy within an acceptable range. Just think it over. Dian was slightly relieved when he saw this. The 10,000 Demon King has been sent out by me, and the news will be sent back as soon as there is one. What we mean is that we will go out together to give these people a surprise. Yuhan's mouth twitched slightly when he heard this. Surprise, you are scared. Haha. After all, everyone hasn't gone out for a long time. Dian said with a smile. It's up to you. Just don't kill the people on the list I gave you. You can beat them up, and the rest is up to you. Yuhan also knew that Zudi and Dian knew their limits, so he followed them. However, he still expressed his sincerest apologies to Yu Guan and Gui Mei for coming this time. Seeing that there was no problem here, Yuhan brought Ning Fengzi directly to the place that had been prepared long ago, which was right next to the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family. Yu Yuan's-hun received the news early in the morning and waited at the door. Ha ha ha. Sect Master Ning, it's been a long time since we last met. I miss you so much. Yu Yuan's-hun saw Ning Fengzi and gave him a warm hug. Ning Fengzi shook his head helplessly. Patriarch Yu, are you here to mock me, Ning? After all, I didn't do such a correct thing as Patriarch Yu. Yu Yuan's-hun smiled and didn't refute. When the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family gave up the upper three sects and joined Anil City, they were mocked by many people, and the Seven Treasures Glazed Tile sect was naturally among them. Of course, this was not led by Ning Fengzi, but the disciples of the Seven Treasures Glazed Tile sect thought that the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family's behavior was very despised. Now it seems that the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family's choice is simply the right one. Master Ning, you are joking. I am here as a neighbor to visit. Yu Yuan-san is also very familiar with people. Seeing this, Yuhan smiled and led a group of people into the prepared place. The size of this place is similar to that of the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family on the side, but because the Seven Treasures Glazed Tile sect suffered heavy casualties, it seems a bit empty. Thank you, little friend Yuhan. Ning Fengzi could also see that Yuhan had made careful preparations, and he was still a little touched in his heart. Of course, I will send someone to introduce the situation of Anil City to you. As for Ning Rongrong and Oscar, come with me to the Dimension Academy. After Yuhan finished speaking, Yu Yuan-san on the side directly recommended himself, no need to send anyone, I will take Sect Master Ning and the others to have a look, I am very familiar with Anil City. This. Yuhan looked at Ning Fengzi, who said gently, since Patriarch Yu is so enthusiastic, I naturally cannot refuse. Little friend Yuhan, you can take Rongrong and the others to get busy. Ning Fengzi had already guessed that Jihan brought Ning Rongrong with him, and it must be for the purpose of evolving his martial spirit. To be honest, he was still very excited. After all, this could be said to be a big step for the Seven Treasures Glazed Tile sect. Especially since Jihan had said before that it was the 9 Treasures Glazed Tile Tower, it was even more exciting. After walking for a distance with a visitor, without the presence of the elders, the two of them became happy. Hey, Jihan, your animal city is so big. You'll get used to it. Jihan looked at Oscar, who was looking around, and kindly reminded him, this is where soul beasts and humans coexist, and there is no so-called slavery. Don't cause trouble in the city. The city defense army is under the control of Leah. Be careful not to get caught. What a cute little bear. Ning Rongrong looked at a mother bear with a little bear, waiting for food on the side. Although it looked very strange, it was so warm. Along the way, Jihan explained the rules of Animal City a little bit, and the two nodded very seriously to show their understanding. When they came to the Dimension Academy, Jihan found the fairy grass that Ning Rongrong had eaten, and refined the potion and gave it to Ning Rongrong. As for Oscar on the side, Jihan did not give it away for free, but told Oscar the most suitable fairy grass potion. If he wanted it, he should go to the mercenary union and work hard. Chapter 232, Bipolar Forbidden Area. Leisurely life is always short-lived. This morning, Jihan received news from the Spirit Hall that they had entered the starred-out Great Forest, followed by news that Tang San had entered. The two parties basically followed one after the other. From now on, avoid Animal City and don't cause trouble for me on the road, understand? Yu Guan looked at his men very seriously, especially the golden generation of the Spirit Hall who followed. Yes, Zhu Douluo. Hulina and Ziyu said respectfully. On the other hand, Yan was a little unconvinced. Are we in the Spirit Hall afraid of Animal City? Haha, this is someone else's territory after all. If you can't do it, you can go to Animal City for a stroll. Gui Mei's hoarse voice was a little cold, and Yan trembled when he heard it, and smiled a little embarrassedly. Yu Guan and Gui Mei were very careful along the way, and they avoided soul masters when they met them. Unless they had to take action against soul beasts, they basically did not kill any lives. All this was done to prevent Animal City from discovering their existence. You know, Animal City has a level 99 extreme Douluo. If they provoke him, no one present will be able to escape. Unfortunately, their every move is now under Yihan's surveillance, and there are even 9 soul beasts over 100,000 years old staring at them. After Tang San entered the Xingdao Great Forest, he was full of excitement. As his spirit body continued to explore the way, he suddenly discovered the existence of the Spirit Hall, and the whole person instantly became very cautious. Ghost Douluo, Chrysanthemum Douluo, sending 2 tidal Douluos to the Xingdao Great Forest is definitely not as simple as helping Hulina and others obtain spirit rings. There must be other purposes. Could it be Xiao Wu? Thinking of this, Tang San's pupils shrank, with a trace of panic in his eyes, and then quickly calmed down. He kept thinking about various possibilities in his brain, and then carefully separated his spirit body and deliberately exposed himself near Chrysanthemum Douluo. Who? Yu Guan frowned and looked at the ghost on the side. The latter disappeared quickly, and Tang San also moved quickly, but was soon stopped by the ghost. Boy, you are so brave. You dare to investigate even a tidal Douluo. Ghost's hoarse voice was filled with murderous intent. Tang San took a step back and said calmly, I hope Ghost Douluo and Chrysanthemum Douluo will forgive me. I came here alone to obtain spirit rings. This star forest is not safe. I must be careful everywhere. It is not my intention to investigate you. Tang Yin. Among Yu Guan and others who arrived later, Hulina saw Tang San, who was also in the slaughter city, at a glance. Unfortunately, Tang San knew Hulina, but Hulina only knew that Tang San was Tang Yin. After all, because of the evolution of his martial soul, Tang San has become completely different from when he was in the high-level Spirit Master competition. It is normal that Hulina does not recognize him. Why? Do you know him? Yu Guan looked at Hulina with concern and said playfully. His name is Tang Yin. We came out of the slaughter city together. If it weren't for Tang Yin, I might have died in there. Hulina said shyly when she thought of what happened inside. Yan on the side clenched his hands, looked at Hulina, then looked at Tang San, and suddenly stood up and punched Tang San. Yu Guan and Gimli did not stop him. Hulina was shocked. Yan. What are you doing? Tang San stretched out his right hand, and the clear sky hammer appeared, smashing Yan hard, knocking him back, and his 5 spirit rings also burst out. I don't think we have any conflicts. I am also deeply sorry for what happened before. Haha. You are going to become a Soul Emperor at such a young age? You have a good talent. Gimei looked at Tang San with some appreciation. Hulina quickly passed by the injured Yan and ran to Tang San. Tang Yin, are you okay? I apologize to you on behalf of Yan. It's okay. If there's nothing else, I'll leave first. Tang San turned around and left, but Guimei quickly blocked Tang San's retreat. Boy, follow us. Help us explore the way and find things, and we'll help you get the spirit ring after it's done. This. Tang San pretended to hesitate, and Hulina on the side quickly pulled Tang San. Tang Yin, Elder Guimei has no ill intentions, just follow us. It will be safer. Okay. Since you invited me, I believe you. Tang San looked like I believe Hulina. Hulina was naturally very happy, but Yan on the side looked at the two people's actions and was very unhappy. Ziyu patted Yan's shoulder. My condolences. Along the way, Tang San also knew the purpose of the spirit hall, which was Xiao Wu who escaped at the beginning. Tang San was also secretly relieved. Fortunately, he did not delay in the power clan. Otherwise, facing two-titled Douluo, Xiao Wu might not be able to leave safely. Tell us directly once you have a target. Yu Guan smiled faintly. Also, boy, are you interested in coming to my spirit hall? I am optimistic about you and Nana. Elder Yu Guan. Hulina looked at Tang San shyly. It's a pity that Tang San only has Xiao Wu in his heart now, and has no feelings for Hulina at all, but now is not the time to show it, so he can only give an ambiguous answer. Thank you for your concern, Ju Douluo. If I don't die before entering the title Douluo, I will join the spirit hall. Why do you need to go to the title Douluo by yourself? Come to my spirit hall, and I will naturally ensure your safety in entering the title Douluo. Guimei is also optimistic about Tang San's talent. In addition, Tang San is a genius who came out of the slaughter city with Hulina, and a pervert with a domain. Thank you, Ghost Douluo, but Tang Yin still hopes to try it on his own, so that he can achieve greater success. Tang San said seriously. Guimei and Yu Guan looked at Tang San with appreciation. In that case, we won't say much. You just need to remember what you said, and come to the title Douluo to the spirit hall. Of course, I dare not forget. The crowd moved very fast. Although Yan was very unhappy with Tang San, he could do nothing with Gui Douluo and Ju Douluo protecting him. There are 200,000-year-old spirit beasts in the right front, and they seem to be waiting for someone. Tang San had already seen Xiao Wu, and his pace unconsciously quickened. Soon he saw the Titan Giant Ape and the Sky Blue Bull Python. The Titan Giant Ape was Xiao Wu 5 years later. Standing behind the crowd, Tang San looked at Xiao Wu with an obsessed look. Humph. Today, this is where you will be buried. I want to avenge my mother. Xiao Wu looked at Guimei and Yu Guan and said coldly. How shameless. Today you will become a spirit ring. Guimei disappeared, and the next moment appeared above Xiao Wu's head. Tang San almost couldn't help but rush out. Fortunately, the Titan Giant Ape was powerful and directly punched the ghost away, splashing a cloud of dust. Old ghost. Yu Guan wanted to rush over, but was stopped by the Azure Bull Python. If it weren't for the strange chrysanthemum, Yu Guan would have been beaten. The two were beaten back one after another, and their faces were very ugly. Old ghost, if you can't handle it, just use that trick. Yu Guan said seriously. Guimei nodded after hearing this, and the soul power on his body burst out, and so did Yu Guan. The sudden change made Tang San very alert, and he slowly approached Xiao Wu from another direction. The two powerful soul powers began to merge, and a strange soul power range suddenly appeared for a while. Martial Soul Fusion Skill, Bipolar Forbidden Field. In just a moment, the Titan Giant Ape did not move, and the Azure Bull Python did not move either, but the corresponding price of this move was that Ghost Douluo and Chrysanthemum Douluo could not move. But this was enough. You must know that the people coming from the Spirit Hall are not only the two titled Douluos, but also a large number of Soul Emperors and Soul Saints. As long as the 200,000-year Soul Beasts are delayed and Xiao Wu is captured, everything will be settled. Capture that 100,000-year Soul Beast. Guimei shouted in a hoarse voice. The Soul Saints and Soul Emperors of the Spirit Hall all attacked, targeting Xiao Wu. Xiao Wu, who only had the strength of a Soul King, was in a very dangerous situation facing so many soul emperors and soul saints. Chapter 233, The Great Escape. In such a dangerous situation, Tang San's forehead was also covered with sweat. He kept observing the nearby escape route and whether the two titled Douluo were really unable to move. Die? Yan's eyes were full of excitement. He seized Xiao Wu's opportunity and saw that his fist was about to hit Xiao Wu. At this critical moment, a blue-silver emperor quickly wrapped around Xiao Wu's thin waist and pulled hard. Yan suddenly missed. Tang San did not hesitate. He took out the clear sky hammer with his left hand and directly knocked away Hulina, who was stunned. Nana. Ziyu's pupils shrank and rushed towards Hulina, who flew backwards. The blue-silver emperor and the clear sky hammer appeared on the same person at the same time. The identity of this person was basically ready to be revealed, especially Hulina, whose eyes were full of despair at this moment. Third brother. Xiao Wu looked at Tang San with great surprise. Xiao Wu, I miss you so much in these 5 years. Tang San also carefully hugged Xiao Wu in his arms. This time seemed to be the most beautiful moment, but unfortunately people with martial spirits would not be dazed. Tang San. Yan was the most furious among all the people. He cheated Hulina and then injured her. This situation simply drove Yan crazy. Let's run away. Tang San gently pulled Xiao Wu, who nodded obediently. Run. The two of them didn't care and ran away at a high speed. Stop them. Yan roared. Facing the soul masters in front of them, Tang San's clear sky hammer and blue-silver emperor kept cooperating, and with Xiao Wu's assists, although the speed was a little limited. But he still managed to fight his way out and break through the encirclement. For a while, the speed became faster. Brother San, let's go east. Dumming and Erming said that it is the scope of Anil City. Once we get there, the spirit hall will definitely not dare to chase us. Xiao Wu pointed in a direction, and Tang San made a quick decision and took Xiao Wu to make a turn. Where are you running? Soon, 4 or 5 agile attack spirit masters caught up and blocked Tang San's way. Seeing this, Tang San frowned slightly. Xiao Wu, cooperate. First spirit skill, entanglement. The blue-silver emperor appeared quickly. The spirit masters around wanted to dodge, but they saw a pair of pink eyes. Second spirit skill, charm. In just this moment, Tang San completed the entanglement, and the hidden weapon in his hand followed him like a shadow. Only 2 of the several agile attack spirit masters dodged, and the others were all killed on the spot. Tang San didn't want to fight. He pulled Xiao Wu up, directly past the 2 entangled spirit masters, and left quickly. The 2 agile attack spirit masters also broke free from the blue-silver emperor and rushed towards Tang San. After all, they were spirit saints, and their speed was terrifying. They soon approached Tang San and Xiao Wu, but Tang San was prepared. Second spirit skill, parasitism. Just when they were entangled, Tang San put the blue-silver emperor inducement into these people's bodies. Now in the moment in the air, Tang San started to parasitize, and with the help of the hidden weapon, he instantly killed the 2 people. However, as these people delayed, the people from the spirit hall also completely caught up. Tang San, this is where you will die today. Yan looked at Yuhan with a ferocious face, and a hint of rampant smile appeared at the corner of his mouth. Tang San kept observing the surroundings, intending to find the best breakout point, even if it means death. Believe it or not, I will drag you down with me. As he spoke, the killing god domain burst out, and a strong murderous aura instantly enveloped Yan, causing the latter to unconsciously take a step back, and then felt a little embarrassed, and quickly stepped forward. Go. Tang San will kill it directly, and capture that 100,000-year soul beast alive. Xiao Wu, you teleport out first in a while, I can handle this here. Tang San said softly and gently. Xiao Wu was startled, and then shook her head. Brother, we live and die together. Third soul skill, hellfire. Die? Yan, who was embarrassed and angry, followed a group of spirit masters from the spirit hall to attack together. Seeing this, a hint of blue flashed across Tang San's body. Blue-silver domain. The attacks of all the people nearby seemed to slow down. Seeing this, Tang San did not hold back and took out the clear sky hammer. 8 spider lance. Chaos cloak. Xiao Wu on the side was not idle either. She used her soft skills to the fullest. For a while, several soul masters could not break through the attacks of the 2. Die? Tang San, who had finished charging, attacked the nearest soul master and killed him with 1 blow. Then he looked at Yan, who only saw hammer, and then the whole person was knocked away and fell to the ground with serious injuries. Aren't we going to attack yet? I feel that these two little guys are already at the end of their strength. Bing Di looked at Zhu Di on the side with some concern. Don't worry, they haven't reached their limit yet. Di Tian's eyes were still very vicious. Tang San seemed to be exhausted at the moment, and his soul power was not much, but Tang San's real means and hidden weapons had just been used. The tip of the iceberg. Xiao Wu. Let's go. Tang San, after repelling several spirit masters again, panted heavily and looked at Xiao Wu tenderly. Leave. Use teleportation to leave, I'll hold them back. I won't leave. Even if I die, I want to die with you. Xiao Wu certainly knew what Tang San meant. To be honest, if she really wanted to leave, she would have left long ago. Looking at Xiao Wu's determined eyes, Tang San took a deep breath. This time I will definitely fulfill my promise to you. Even if I die, I will die before you. After saying that, Tang San's spirit power exploded, squeezing out every bit of spirit power in his body, his eyes flashing purple light, and a large number of hidden weapons flew out as if they were free. The short burst caught the spirit masters of the spirit hall off guard, and some were even killed directly. Not enough, not enough. What is this Tang San crazy about? Yan looked at the hidden weapons nearby that seemed to be free of charge and swallowed his saliva. As time went by, Tang San emptied all the hidden weapons in his soul guide, and the frequency slowed down significantly. Ziyu on the side keenly felt this. He has no hidden weapons. Go. Seeing this, Tang San's eyes flashed with a trace of cruelty, and the black jade hand directly exerted force on his 8 spider lance. A piercing pain came, and the broken 8 spider lance flew out as a hidden weapon. Whoever dares to hurt Xiao Wu, I will kill him. Tang San's crazy move made Ziyu and Yan tremble. Who would have thought that so many soul saints and soul emperors besieged 2 soul kings, and since they suffered heavy casualties, they didn't even dare to attack until now, but had to avoid fatal attacks. Brother. That's enough. Don't do this. Looking at the crazy Tang San, Xiao Wu burst into tears, and her eyes were full of determination. Her heart was filled with sadness. Mom, I found the boy who combed my hair and fought for me, but it seems that we have no chance to be together. Can't the soul beast find my true love? No matter what, Brother San can't die here. If it were me, Mom would support me, right? Facing Tang San who overdrew his life, Xiao Wu's eyes became more determined. At this moment, Tang San had not yet realized the seriousness of the matter. He only thought in his heart that if he killed one more person, Xiao Wu's survival rate would be 1 point higher. Both of them were making plans for each other and were working frantically. Chapter 234 You have a good eye. After observing this, Di Tian felt something was wrong, especially the pink light shining on Xiao Wu's body. What is this? Sacrifice. Di Tian and others' pupils shrank. Go, don't mess it up. Who knows, if Xiao Wu really sacrifices, why did they rush out with so many troops? BG, ZG and Wan Yiishu appeared in front of Xiao Wu and stopped her from sacrificing. Who are you? Xiao Wu was confused by the 3 women who suddenly appeared. Then Di Tian, Zhu Di and Bing Di took the lead, and Wan Yaowang and Xiangjun quickly rescued Tang San in the sky. Damn. Little guy, you are a hedgehog. I'm here to save you. Facing the incoming fist, Wan Yaowang casually blocked it and said unhappily. Tang San was a little embarrassed when he heard it. He thought it was an enemy. Although he was invincible before, he stopped now and fell to the ground in a moment of exhaustion. Xiao Wu on the side ran over quickly. Third brother, are you okay? Tang San gently touched Xiao Wu's head. It's okay, just a little weak. Then he looked at Di Tian and others on the side and said respectfully, thank you for saving me, senior. BG very gently released waves of healing power, and Tang San also felt the moisture on his injured body. Di Tian and others appeared very suddenly. It can be said that it was inexplicable. After fighting for such a long time, there were so many people around watching. The spirit hall is doing things, and the outsiders should give way. Yan didn't think much and directly took out the spirit hall token. Usually this trick can be said to be tried and true. After all, every soul master in the whole continent will give the spirit hall a little face, but if Yu Guan and Gui Mei were here, they would definitely slap Yan. After all, he couldn't beat the people here alone. The spirit hall? Is it very strong? Di Tian said playfully. Ziyu had already discovered that something was wrong, but Yan's face was ugly at the moment, and he could no longer think so much. Before Ziyu could stop him, he roared, "Since you don't get out of the way, let's die together." As Yan waved his hand, several soul saints around him rushed towards Dian at a rapid speed. Dian showed a cruel smile, smashed a martial soul body of the soul master in front with one punch, and then grabbed his head and smashed it hard on the ground. For a moment, the entire Xingdao Great Forest was quiet. The soul saints who rushed up retreated one after another, and the soul saints who were smashed to the ground were dead and could not die anymore. "Attacking us? Can I think that you are declaring war on Anil City?" Di Tian's pair of vertical pupils showed cruelty, and his aura became very terrifying. Anil City. Ziyu remembered what Yu Guan and Gu Mei said, and the whole person was stunned, and Yan on the side was a little afraid to act rashly. After all, a soul saint with a martial soul body was smashed to death in one encounter. The impact was too strong, and the aura emitted by Di Tian at this moment made people unconsciously afraid. Yu Guan and Gimei, who were far away in the depths of the Xingdao Great Forest, also felt this breath, and so did the Titan Giant Ape and the Azure Bull Python. However, the Azure Bull Python and the Titan Giant Ape were happy, because this breath was too familiar. Yu Guan and Gimei were afraid that Hulina and the others would encounter other 100,000-year-old soul beasts, so they looked at each other, unlocked their martial soul fusion skills, and rushed towards Ziyu and the others at a high speed. The Titan Giant Ape, who had regained his freedom, was about to rush over, but was stopped by the Azure Bull Python. "Why are you in such a hurry? That adult has taken action. What difference does it make whether we go or not? And Anil City is amazing. Can't we just hunt soul beasts normally?" Yan shouted with a stiff face. "Of course, but I want to beat you up normally, can't I?" Di Tian and Zhao Lei have been together for a long time, and his eloquence has improved by leaps and bounds. Yan was stunned after hearing what Di Tian said, and said a little aggrievedly, What is this? We don't seem to have offended you." "Huh? Are you kidding me? When you destroyed the 7 treasures Glazed sect, did you ever think about how they offended you? Funny, now stand quietly and grit your teeth. I won't kill you, just give me a beating," Di Tian said violently. Yan was speechless for a moment, and then looked at Di Tian's posture. If he was hit by a punch, he would probably die on the spot. "Here it comes." Di Tian disappeared, and Yan only felt a gust of wind pressure coming at him. The whole person wanted to move, but lost the ability to move in an instant. Just when the fist was about to touch Yan, a ghost suddenly appeared behind Di Tian and was about to stab him in the back. Ling. A crisp sound rang out, and there was no trace of scars on Di Tian's back. The ghost was stunned, and the next moment the whole person flew backwards, splashing a cloud of dust. Yu Guan hurriedly helped the ghost up, and the two quickly blocked in front of Yan and others. "We in the Spirit Hall have no intention of being enemies with Anil City. Since you have saved these 2 people, we will leave immediately," Yu Guan said very seriously. "You have to know that the one who can block the attack of Guimei and then knock Guimei away must be at least a title Douluo. If he is dragged by this person, and then Bing Hao or Zhao Lei comes, no one here can escape. All of them will die in a rhythmic manner." Unfortunately, Guimei and Yu Guan did not realize the seriousness of the matter at all. Yan on the side was full of surprise. "Elder Guimei, Elder Yu Guan, these people are simply too arrogant, don't let them go." Tang San's pupils shrank when he saw Guimei and Yu Guan, and he hurriedly said, "Be careful, these 2 are title Douluo. Either you kill us and leave, or I will beat you up." Di Tian looked at Guimei with anger. "If you dare to sneak attack, you must be prepared to be beaten." Yu Guan found that it was out of control now. He looked at Guimei, and the 2 of them rushed towards Di Tian in an instant. "Be careful," Xiao Wu and Tang San said subconsciously when they saw the title Douluo suddenly attacking. Yan also showed a comfortable smile, but the next moment, Di Tian grabbed the person's head with one hand, smashed it together and threw it on the ground. If it weren't for the 2 people on Yihan's list, the 2 people's heads would have been directly smashed. The sudden change made everyone swallow their saliva. You know, it was fine to kill a soul saint in seconds before, but now it's a title Douluo. And one of them is a level 97 title Douluo. This senior is so strong. Xiao Wu smiled awkwardly, thinking about reminding him before. She felt a little embarrassed. Tang San's mouth twitched slightly. Are there so many big guys in Xiao Han's Anil City? Yu Guan and Guimei also found the gap, swallowed their saliva, and looked at Di Tian with some horror. Senior, we really don't mean to offend. I know, so grit your teeth, take my punch, and then go. If you can't take it, you will die. Dian said very kindly. Senior, you are forcing me. Anyone who takes your punch will die immediately. Gui Mei said in fear. Dian thought for a while and said playfully, you can choose any of the people behind me, except the two little guys. I choose the woman with white hair. Yu Guan pointed directly at Zhu Di. In his attention, Zhu Di had not spoken a word, and she was weak and soft. At first glance, she was an auxiliary spirit master. This wave of blood prophet. Looking at the person Yu Guan chose, Dian smiled, Bing Di smiled, and everyone else smiled except the people from the spirit hall. You have a good eye. Dian said playfully. Yu Guan pretended to be relaxed and said, thank you for your help, senior. Since you have chosen, come on. After Dian finished speaking, Yu Guan walked in front of Zhu Di very confidently. Girl, don't worry, I can bear it, go all out. Good guy, really not afraid of death? This is the idea of all the people who know the situation, and he is still going all out. This is a ruthless person who can fight with Dian. The Snow Queen stretched out a finger and flicked it lightly. A powerful spirit force burst out, and Yu Guan flew backwards instantly. The whole person fainted on the spot. The sunken place on her chest showed the strength of the Snow Queen. Tang San took a breath of cold air. He originally thought that Yu Guan had drawn a good fortune, but he didn't expect this weak girl to be so cruel. We won't die. Yan said with some fear. We should be dead. Ziyu looked at the fainted Yu Guan. He didn't believe that he could withstand this attack. Good choice. Since you have chosen someone with the same strength as me, you are brave. Dian laughed loudly, and Gui Mei was stunned, and then mourned for his good friend, but looked at the people behind Dian and fell into deep thought. What about you? I choose that lady. Gui Mei stuttered and chose Wan Hua issue. It must be said that Gui Mei's luck was still good, choosing the weakest one. But even so, the Wan Hua tree is 200,000 years old. A punch would not cause fainting, but it would be seriously injured. However, this is also within the range of ghosts. Alright, that's almost it. Those two siblings, each of you go up and punch them. I'll take care of the most arrogant red-haired one myself. Emperor Yan had no interest in bullying the younger generation, so he let Tang San and Xiao Wu deal with Hulina and her brother. As for Yan, who made him so arrogant all the way? Young people have to pay for what they do. Why? Yan said desperately. Do you have any objections? Emperor Yan said coldly. No, I hope you will show mercy. Yan smiled bitterly. Shang Jun and others on the side did not hold back when they started. For a while, the entire Wuhan Hall, except for the Golden Generation and the two titled Douluo, was dead. Seeing this, Yan rolled his eyes and fainted. It's boring. Emperor Yan did not intend to start. Tang San on the other side punched Ziyu fiercely. As for Xiao Wu, she also knew that Hulina had not started, although she didn't know why. But since she didn't do anything, Xiao Wu just gave her a light push as a token of her appreciation, but Hulina was still a little distraught. Chapter 235 I had a nightmare. The fight was over, and the only ghost who could hold up the overall situation could only stand up helplessly. After all, there were so many big guys here, and he didn't dare to move unless they said that the matter was over. Seniors, what do you think? Ghost's attitude was so good that he didn't believe it himself, and even a hoarse voice was hidden. Dian didn't intend to embarrass them, and waved his hand. You can go. Thank you, seniors. Ghost quickly picked up his good friend Yu Guan, then walked towards Yan and kicked him. You haven't been beaten yet, why don't you get up quickly? Do you want me to hold you? Yan woke up slowly, and saw Hulina holding Ziyu, and Ghost carrying Yu Guan on his back, and then said in horror, Elder Ghost, I had a nightmare. I dreamed that Elder Yu Guan was knocked out by a punch. Don't have a nightmare. Go. The veins on Ghost's forehead popped up, and he felt that every second he stayed here was a second of irresponsibility for his own life. Seeing this, Yan was a little incoherent and said, I'm serious, it feels so real, it feels like it just happened. He turned his head and looked at Dian, who seemed to be smiling, and was stunned. Then he looked at the corpses on the ground and fell back and fainted again. The only thing Gui Mei could think of was MMP. At such a critical moment, you fainted again. What? Don't you want to leave? Do you want to visit Anil City? Dian asked playfully. Haha. That's right, Right away. Gui Mei didn't dare to stay any longer, grabbed the unconscious Yan, winked at Hulina, and ran away quickly. Dion didn't chase him out, and Gui Mei was relieved to see this. Thank you, seniors. Tang San saluted Dion and others very respectfully. In Tang San's opinion, if Dion didn't come, he and Xiao Wu would probably die. Xiao Wu also understood this. If Dion hadn't come, she might not have been able to resist sacrificing herself, and finally she would have been separated from her third brother forever. Thank you, seniors. It's okay, little rabbit. We are all soul beasts. We should help each other. Ziji looked at the cute Xiao Wu, hugged her in her arms, and rubbed her. Soul beast. Xiao Wu grasped the key point for a moment, and looked at the people around her in disbelief. You also transformed. No, it's just because of your strong strength or special race, but little rabbit, we still envy your courage to transform. Ziji really admired Xiao Wu's choice to rebuild. Lord Tian. At this moment, the Azure Bull Python and the Titan Giant Ape came over. Xiao Wu ran towards the two of them in surprise, dumbing and erming, it's really good that you are okay. When I saw Gui Mei and Yu Guan, I thought you had already. Seeing this, the Titan Giant Ape hurriedly comforted Xiao Wu, and the Azure Bull Python on the side didn't dare to move at all. I originally thought that there was only one Dion, but when I got closer, I found that something was wrong. There are 8 soul beasts here. Emperor Yan and Snow Emperor gave him a fatal feeling, and the others gave him a blood suppression. The only ones who were better were Wan Yaishu and Wan Yao Wang. After all, they were plant-type soul beasts, so the pressure was not great. It's you. It's alright. Go back. Emperor Yan said casually. Seeing this, the two did not stay for long. Xiao Wu followed Emperor Tian. They were not afraid of an extreme Douluo. What did they have to worry about? Okay, let's go back to Anil City first. Xiao Han said to bring this little guy back safely. Emperor Tian stretched his body and was in a much better mood this time. I've been away for many days. I don't know how the Tree of Life is doing. Tang San was stunned when he heard Yi Han's name, and then he didn't say much. With Emperor Tian leading them, the group quickly arrived at Anil City. I'm leaving first. I'm going to see my precious Tree of Life. Emperor Tian waved his hand first and left quickly. Snow Emperor and Ice Emperor on the side also said hello and returned to their own territory. Wan Yao Wang also left with Wan Yaishu, and finally several people left one after another. Fortunately, before leaving, Biji mentioned, go directly to the most peculiar building to look for people. If you can't find them, look for the City Defense Army, or the Criminal Army on the road. At worst, you should be able to find the army in Esdeath in the southernmost part. As Biji left, only Tang San and Xiao Wu were left in the wind. Third brother, look. Compared to Tang San's speechlessness, Xiao Wu was so excited. Pointing to the shops nearby, Tang San looked carefully and saw a male mutant black crystal magic tiger with several cubs queuing in the milk market. It was really the first time he had seen such a spectacle. This soul beast is at least 10,000 years old. Isn't Anil City afraid that he will suddenly attack and hurt people? Tang San said with some astonishment. Xiao Wu was very excited. I heard Ming and Erming say before that Anil City is a city where people and soul beasts coexist. I didn't believe it. I didn't expect it to be true. Let's go and have a look. Tang San couldn't persuade Xiao Wu, so he had to follow her. Xiao Wu came to the side of the magic tiger and asked curiously, Little tiger, why are you here? Unfortunately, the black crystal magic tiger just looked at Xiao Wu coldly, and took the cub to take a step forward to prevent itself from falling behind. Why don't you pay attention to me? Xiao Wu pouted, I'm also a soul beast. Xiao Wu. Tang San looked around nervously. You know, who wouldn't be moved by a walking 100,000-year-old transformed soul beast? But the people around him just looked at Xiao Wu in surprise and stopped looking. Rabbit, move to the side. Do you want to cut in line? You have to know how to queue up. Don't think that just because we are soul beasts, I will help you cut in line. Don't lose the face of soul beasts. The black crystal magic tiger said disdainfully. Tang San understood now and chuckled. It turned out that the soul beast thought Xiao Wu was trying to get close to him because she was trying to cut in line. You misunderstood. This is our first time in Anil City. Xiao Wu is seeing this situation for the first time, so she is bound to be a little curious. Tang San explained. The Black Crystal Magic Tiger glanced at Tang San and nodded. Soon it was his turn. He bought milk and walked to Xiao Wu. Let's go. Since we are both soul beasts, I will take you around. Thank you. Tang San was delighted. After all, they were unfamiliar with the place. It would be better to have someone, a soul beast to lead them. Soon the group came to a cool shed. The Black Crystal Magic Tiger took out milk to feed the cub. Xiao Wu said excitedly, I'll do it, I'll do it. Seeing this, the Black Crystal Magic Tiger did not stop him. Xiao Wu carefully picked up the little tiger and fed it milk bit by bit. So cute. My name is Tang San, this is Xiao Wu. What should I call you? Tang San asked awkwardly. Just call me Black Tiger. The Black Crystal Magic Tiger said casually. Xiao Wu asked curiously while feeding the little tiger, Brother Xuanhu, why did you come to Anal City? Hearing this, Xuanhu said with some nostalgia, my partner was attacked by a spirit master and died when she was giving birth. When I arrived, it was too late. I could only kill the spirit master and leave with these little guys. These little guys are too small to eat meat at all. Just when I thought I couldn't even protect my offspring, a spirit beast told me about the situation in Anal City, so I came to try my luck. I have to say that this place is simply a paradise on earth. Sorry. Tang San said apologetically. Xiao Wu asked about other people's sore spots. Xuanhu shook his head, it's nothing, I got used to it after a long time, and the people here are also very good. Soon all the cubs were fed. Xiao Wu was still a little reluctant. Under the leadership of the Black Crystal Magic Tiger, they soon came to the Xingdao Great Forest behind Anal City. After settling the little tiger, the two and the beast set off again. Chapter 236 Walking the Dog, right? It was different to have a familiar soul beast leading the way. Tang San, who was originally confused, could see the general layout of Anal City. If you want to find Lord Yihan, I'm not sure either. After all, there is no so-called City Lord's mansion in Anal City, but I can take you to a few places to try your luck. Xuanhu was quite surprised when he heard that they knew Yihan. Thank you, Brother Xuanhu. Tang San said with a smile. Wow. Brother San, look. That man was arrested, and the arrestor appeared suddenly. Xiao Wu said in surprise as she looked at the person who suddenly appeared in front of her. Xuanhu took a look and said casually, that's the criminal army. Although Anal City has good public security, there are always people who want to commit crimes. If the criminal army sees them, they will take action. Wait for the City Defense Army to come and hand them over to the City Defense Army. Sure enough, a team of armored city defense soldiers took the people away in a short while. The efficiency was terrifying. Wow. Brother San, look at what that is. Xiao Wu pointed to the pharmacy guild on the side and asked, after all, this kind of building only existed in Anal City. Don't make a fuss. Xuanhu was startled and looked at Xiao with some displeasure, but seeing Xiao who didn't care, he could only look at Tang San. You take care of it. Tang San smiled awkwardly, indicating that he couldn't do anything about it either. Although Xiao looks like a bumpkin entering the city, how can I put it? He is also very curious, but he just held back. Brother Xuanhu, what is that? What is that? These buildings are so beautiful. Xiao asked excitedly, not caring about Xuanhu's previous words at all. Seeing this, Xuanhu could only say helplessly, the one on the left is the pharmacy guild, and the one on the right is the hospital. By the way, do you really know the city lord and his people? How can you be like a bumpkin? Xuanhu brought a two to the pharmacy guild, and saw an acquaintance as soon as he entered, Hanzhou Feng. Hanzhou Feng. Who dares to call Sister Feng by her name? Atai raised his head and looked at Xiao at the door unhappily, and the people around him, including the pharmacist, also looked at them. Tang San subconsciously stood in front of Xiao Wu. Benzhou Feng also raised his head and looked at Xiao Wu. After a little thought, he remembered Xiao Wu and Tang San. It's okay, my friend, everyone, get busy. With Benzhou Feng speaking, the others stopped paying attention to the two. Benzhou Feng quickly came in front of the two. Xuanhu said in surprise, I didn't expect you really knew Master Feng. Xiao Wu, Tang San, why are you here? Benzhou Feng asked curiously. Oh, it's a long story. Xiao Wu wanted to explain, but she didn't know where to start, so she could only say it was a long story. Benzhou Feng, can you please contact Xiao Han? Tang San smiled faintly. Benzhou Feng nodded, wait a moment. Open the guild chat group. Benjo Feng, Xiao Han, where are you? Tang San and Xiao Wu are here with me. Yihan, question mark? Are Dion and the others back? How could I not know? Forget it, I'm here in Esdeath. Let them wait for a while at your place. I'll come to find them when I'm done. Benjo Feng, got it. After finishing the chat, Benjo Feng said, you guys can sit down for a while I'm making my potion. Xiao Han will come to find you when he's done. Thank you very much. Tang San said politely. Benjo Feng was just about to arrange for a few people to sit down when he saw Xiao Wu had come to her experimental potion without knowing when. He panicked and ran over quickly. Xiao Wu, don't move. Unfortunately, it was too late. Xiao Wu tapped the potion with her finger, and the whole potion began to boil and produce a special reaction. Seeing this, Benjo Feng summoned his martial spirit, cover and move. Boom. The huge explosion caught the people around him off guard and they were blown away. Fortunately, most of the explosions were blocked by Benjo Feng, so nothing serious happened. Ahem. As the soul beast on Benjo Feng's shoulder, Atai was the first to bear the brunt of the attack. He looked at Xiao Wu with some annoyance. What on earth are you doing, little girl? Don't you know that you can't touch the pharmacist's things? Xiao Wu was also a little dusty at this moment. Sorry. I didn't mean it. Tang San also ran over quickly. Xiao Wu, are you okay? Third brother, I'm fine. Xiao Wu looked at Benjo Feng with some worry. After all, she seemed to have ruined Benjo Feng's potion. I'm really sorry, I'm just curious. Benjo Feng was also a little helpless, sighed and said, it's okay as long as the person is okay. It's my fault, I should have reminded you. Someone will clean up here soon. I'll take you back to my house to clean up first. Soon, with Benjo Feng leading the group, they quickly came to a place full of strange buildings, and the Black Crystal Demon Tiger was also very excited. Although Yihan had never banned people or soul beasts from coming here, everyone basically subconsciously avoided this place. After all, the city lord and several adults lived here. This was also the first time he walked on this street blatantly, and he was a little excited when he thought about it. Wow! Xiao Feng, your home is so beautiful. Xiao Wu looked around excitedly. Benjo Feng took Xiao Wu to the bathroom. Go in and take a shower first. Do you have any clothes to change into? If not, just wear mine first, and make do with it. Yes. Xiao Wu said quickly. Watching Xiao Wu go in, Benjo Feng poured 2 glasses of water, one for Tang San and one for Zhuan Hu. After all, guests are guests, and you can't favor one over the other. After settling down, Benjo Feng opened the chat group. Benjo Feng, I'd Xiao Han, just come to my house. The potion guild was blown up by Xiao Wu. Yihan, who was far away, was chatting with Esdeath about Benjo Feng's potion help and weapon equipment, and saw this message. Yihan, Benjo Feng, it's my fault too. I didn't remind Xiao Wu not to move. She moved a little and then it exploded. Yihan, Esdeath, Xiao Han, can you be serious? I have something serious to tell you. Wait, the lab exploded. Yihan, I want to be serious too. Esdeath, if it really doesn't work, Xiao Han, why don't you go first? Yihan, actually, we are so close, you can just say it directly. Do you want to die? Esdeath's cold voice suddenly sounded. Yihan stood up quickly and laughed. I'm leaving first. I'll go solve Tang San's problem first. Yihan was so fast along the way that he soon arrived at Benjo Feng's house, but found nothing. Where's the person? Xiao Feng, are you kidding me? Yihan, at Benjo Feng, where's the person? Benjo Feng, I came to the 7 Treasures Glazed Tile Sect. Because the medicine guild exploded, Ningrongrong came to find me and was taken away. Yihan was speechless, thinking that he had just passed by the 7 Treasures Glazed Sect, and now he had to turn back. After working himself to death, Yihan finally arrived at the 7 Treasures Glazed Sect. I wonder why little friend Yihan came this time. Yihan looked left and right. Sect Master Ning, please ask, where are Tang San and his people? They are looking for Tang San and his people. You came a step late. I think Tang San seems to have suffered a minor injury, so I suggest that they go to the hospital. Ning Fengzi said gently. Yihan looked desperate when he heard this. Goodbye. Where is Tang San? Yihan poured himself a glass of water as soon as he entered, and looked at Yilingling in confusion. Master Kwang San just went out with Tang San and his people, saying that he was going to the Yi family's house to see Xingjun. Yilingling spoke quietly. bringing endless despair to Yihan. Yihan, can you guys stop at one place? Wait for me. Tang San, maybe not. We've found Leah, and we are going shopping to eat something good. Yihan, despair JPG Yi. You can go to the Mercenary Guild. We're going to the Mercenary Guild to find Dong Tang. If we're fast, we should be able to catch up. Yihan, wait for me. Seeing hope, Yihan rushed out of the hospital and ran straight to the Mercenary Guild. When he saw the gate, he rushed in directly. Victory. I'm sure I'll be the fastest. Where's Dong Tang? Yihan asked excitedly. Master Yihan, Master Dong Tang, he didn't come today, and we don't know. The front desk said respectfully. Yihan's smile froze, and he had a bad premonition in his heart. He quickly opened the guild group and saw Yi's message. Yi, Zio Han, don't go. We met Dong Tang on the road. We'll go directly to the barracks to find Esdeath later. Me. Yihan was numb. It's outrageous. You went around in a circle and went back to Est. Why did I come out? Yihan felt greatly insulted. The king's treasure behind him opened, and Vimana appeared. Yihan sat on it, and Vimana flew up into the sky, aiming directly at the barracks. You're just walking the dog, right? Let's see who's faster than me. Something seems to be wrong. Never mind, let's go to the barracks. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 237, Excited Tang Hao. Using the power of his martial spirit, Yihan soared into the sky and finally reached the barracks first. I'm so tired, give me a glass of water. Yihan was relieved when he saw Esdeath was still there, and said a little tiredly. Esdeath poured a glass of water and handed it to Yihan in a bad mood. You are a soul saint, how can you be tired after such a short journey? You don't understand, I'm tired. Yihan took a sip of water and handed the cup over. Add some ice. Don't push it too far. Esdeath's face turned black, but she still added some ice cubes to Yihan. Yihan also smiled. I'm making a reasonable request. The two didn't chat for a while, and Leah and her group walked into the barracks in a mighty manner. Yo. You really made it hard for me to find you. Yihan gritted his teeth and said. Allah. Don't be angry, isn't this just a coincidence? Tang San kissed Yihan on the face, and Yihan, who was originally a little angry, disappeared instantly. Ahem. Let's find a place to eat first. Yihan coughed and set off with a group of people to the nearest hotel. Soon everyone sat down, and it was finally complete. Zio Han, thank you for this time. If it weren't for you, Zio Wu and I would definitely die in the starred out Great Forest. Tang San picked up the wine glass and thanked him very solemnly. Ning Rongrong, who was chatting, was startled. Zio Wu, third brother, when did it happen? Yihan waved his hand. Forget it. After all, we are friends. You can't just watch your wife get killed. Anyway, thank you. Tang San was still meticulous, and then took a deep breath. This time, I realized that one person can't do many things, so I'm ready to agree to your conditions. Tang San's words made Yihan's eyes light up. As the son of destiny, Tang San, if he really joined, it would definitely not be a loss. It would be the best if you could join. Yihan said happily. Tang San hesitated for a while, but still said, although I have joined, I still hope you can promise me a few things. Don't worry, they are not too much. Tell me. Seeing this, Tang San hurriedly said, one is naturally my mother's matter. This is the condition for you to join Anil City, naturally there is no problem. Yihan said calmly. Tang San breathed a sigh of relief and continued, the second is the Power Clan. I hope to create a Tang Sect. At that time, the Power Clan will be merged into the Tang Sect and join Anil City. Is that okay? Yihan's eyes flickered. Sure enough, no matter what, the Tang Sect still appeared. However, since Tang San joined Anil City, what's wrong with creating a Tang Sect? The hidden weapons made by them can also be used by Anil City. Okay, but Anil City will not contribute money and manpower. You still have to make it bigger by yourself, otherwise it will be very unfair to other families or sects. Yihan said calmly. After all, Yihan is not doing charity. Since he is going to establish the Tang Sect, he will do it himself. Anil City only provides a shelter. If Yihan is asked to contribute money, Manpower and manpower, it is better to create a sect by himself. What else does Tang San need? Of course. Tang San said excitedly. Xiao-san, we can be together again. Oscar said excitedly. Ningrongrong also grabbed Xiao Wu's hand. We sisters won't separate. After a full meal, everyone dispersed. Tang San didn't plan to delay time, and directly took Yi Han to the place where he practiced. Yi Han didn't bring anyone this time, only himself and Zhao Lei. The spirit hall had just left due to an accident, so there was basically no threat. As for Haoshan Douluo, if it had been before Tang San appeared, Yi Han would probably have been afraid of him. After all, Soul Douluo fought against Title Douluo, and Title Douluo directly killed the Pope of the Spirit Hall, which was a bit like the protagonist template. But Tang San appeared, proving that Tang Hao's hands and feet soul bones had been given to Tang San, and his strength had also fallen to Soul Douluo. The three were not satisfied with their speed, especially Tang San, who was probably excited, and his speed was not low. Father. Tang San said softly when he came to the dense forest. A sloppy and rough man walked out slowly. Tang Hao glanced at Yi Han, then looked at Tang San again. What are you doing here? I found a way to resurrect my mother. Tang San said excitedly. Tang Hao, who had been calm before, narrowed his eyes and suppressed his inner throbbing. What method? Is there any difficulty? As long as Yin can be resurrected, anything is possible, Tang San said quickly. Dad, you should know this person. Yi Han, the Lord of Anil City, has a method. Hearing this, Tang Hao turned around and excitedly grabbed Yi Han's shoulders. Hey, little brother Yi Han, you really have a method. Yi Han speechlessly broke free from Tang Hao's hands. Looking at the two big handprints on his white clothes, he said with some tiredness. There is a way. Although it won't resurrect immediately, it can increase the growth rate of the Blue-Silver Emperor. Yin will be resurrected in a few years at most. Tang Hao looked at the two black handprints and smiled awkwardly. Well, the conditions in the forest are relatively poor. Sorry. As for Yin's matter, just tell me what conditions you have. I will do what I can. Even if it's my life, no need. Your son has already been given. Now take Yin back to Anil City. Yi Han didn't have a good opinion of Tang Hao. After all, he ignored the sect, the affiliated sects, and his own son. But at least one thing is good, that is, his love for Yin is real. Xiao-san. Tang Hao was stunned, and said with some worry, Xiao-san, what are the conditions? It's okay, Dad, I just joined Anil City, there is no harm. Tang San also knew Tang Hao's worries and explained quickly. Tang Hao also breathed a sigh of relief. He was really afraid that Tang San had to pay a price to persuade Yi Han. As for joining Anil City, Tang Hao had no objection at all. In recent years, he heard the most about Anil City, a powerful force that is on par with the Spirit Hall, and there is no need to worry about Xiao Wu's identity. After all, Anil City does not reject soul beasts. It is definitely Tang San's best choice at the moment, and Tang Hao has no reason to stop it. Originally, Yi Han thought that Tang San was already anxious enough, but when he went back, Tang Hao's speed was so fast that he almost took Yi Han and Tang San on the road. This also greatly increased the speed of the four people's return, and soon returned to Anil City again. The group directly entered the Dimension Academy under the leadership of Yi Han. This is the yin-yang eye of ice and fire. Tang San was stunned when he came in. He looked at Yi Han with some surprise, and then looked at Tang Hao. Maybe my mother can be resurrected in a few years here. Really? Tang Hao didn't know what the yin-yang eye of ice and fire was, but he knew that Yin was indeed much more active here. Tang San explained excitedly, the plants here can grow at 100 times the speed, which is a paradise for plant-type soul beasts. That's great. Tang Hao was full of hope. Tang San observed the surroundings and quickly locked the place near the Tree of Life. He was about to plant his mother, and a cold voice sounded, take this Blue-Silver Emperor away, don't absorb the energy of my Tree of Life. Di Tian appeared in an instant. The moment Tang Hao saw Di Tian, his hair stood on end. He quickly blocked in front of Tang San and looked at Di Tian vigilantly. Oh, Senior, my mother really needs energy. If you have any conditions, please tell me. I will definitely complete them if I can. Tang San knew Di Tian and naturally knew Di Tian's identity. He said solemnly. Unfortunately, Di Tian was unmoved. The Tree of Life is the Tree of Life. I don't care about you. Seeing this, Yi Han smiled, don't be stingy. After all, We are all the same kind. We can't absorb much? Dian looked at Yuhan, then looked at the blue-silver emperor in Tang San's hand, and said with some dissatisfaction, lean over there. You can only absorb a little bit. Hearing this, Tang San gave Yuhan a grateful look. Thank you for your help, senior. After saying that, he quickly took action. Although Tang San didn't know the Tree of Life, the purple demon eye told him that this was the best place, and he also remembered Yihan's righteous words. Chapter 238 The Storm is Coming. In the spirit hall, Bidong's face was gloomy. But maybe because she didn't get any benefits in the previous times, her mood has calmed down a lot now. Forget it, for now, everyone should avoid Anil City and wait for the opportunity. Bidong rubbed her head with a headache. She also saw that anything related to Yihan must be bad. Instead of sending people to die, it is better to wait until she becomes a god to cause trouble for Anil City. That will be the time for the spirit hall to truly unify the continent. Thank you, Pope. Gui Mei and Yu Guan also breathed a sigh of relief at the same time. Also notify Jin Ringsu that the plan should be advanced and can't be delayed any longer. Anil City is growing every moment, and we must quickly take down the Xiandao Empire. Bidong said seriously. As Bidong's order was issued, Jin Ringsu in the Xiandao Imperial City soon received the news. Jin Ringsu was still very unhappy with this letter, so hurried. Do you really think that the Xiandao Empire is all trash? If Yuhan was here, he would definitely answer Jin Ringsu, yes, they are a bunch of trash, but not just a little trash. It's okay that there is no way to treat the Poison Emperor. If it weren't for Poison Douluo Dugubo and Tang San risking their lives to save him, the Xiandao Empire might have really been controlled by Jin Ringsu. This is not the key point. The most important thing is that Tang San spent a lot of effort, even Xiao Wu's soul came out, to repel Jin Ringsu. I thought everyone was happy. In the end, the army of the Xiandao Empire was used. Bringing a group of soldiers to attack Tang San like a fool, is he an idiot? Even if it was Zhu King's order, wasn't the fourth Prince Zhu Bang here? Emperor Zhu Yi was in a coma, but whether Zhu Bang was in a coma or not, anyway, if Emperor Zhu Yi hadn't woken up in the end, it is estimated that Tang San would have fought to the death with the Xiandao Empire. In summary, the Xiandao Empire is indeed trash. After receiving the news, Jin Ringsu also sent a message to Yihan. After receiving the letter, Yihan immediately found Zhu Zai and Liu Yu, and asked them for their opinions one last time. After all, once you do it, you can't turn back. Zhu Zai was as firm as ever, and Liu Yu respected Zhu Zai's choice. Okay. In that case, let's go to Xiandao Imperial City to play recently. Yihan smiled and rubbed Zhu Zai's little head. Yet, Zhu Zai was also very much looking forward to it, although it would be a lie to say that she didn't look forward to it, considering that this was the third place to go besides Anil City and Moan City. Since they were going to Xiandao Imperial City, Yihan also went to Binghuo Lianga and I to ask Tang San and the others, and the final result was to go together. Here we have to say that Tang Hao was still very cruel at some point. You know, this has always been Dian's territory, and Tang San always came here for a while every day and left. Only Tang Hao sat next to Yin all the time. When Dian looked at him, he looked at Dian. When Dian didn't look at him, he looked at a Yin, which made Dian speechless. On the other side, the Seven Treasures Glazed Tile Sect, Jian Douluo and Gu Douluo also wanted to follow. After all, Ningrongrong's safety was still very important, but in the end, after Bringhao Ayu convinced them with reason, the two also gave up the idea. Because of the special circumstances, Yihan directly summoned Vimana, which also led to very fast speed. Xiandao Imperial City is so small. It's completely different from what I imagined. Zhu Zai frowned, with a feeling of excessive expectation and then disappointment. Yihan smiled and explained, it's not small anymore, but Anil City is much larger than ordinary cities, so you have such an illusion. There are still many fun things here. Let me take you for a walk. Okay. Zhu Zai nodded obediently. Tang San on the side waved his hand. Xiao Wu and I will go to the Power Clan, and then go back to Shrek Academy to tell the teacher about my situation. We will go directly back to Shrek Academy. You can come directly to Shrek after a walk. Ningrongrong and Oscar didn't plan to go shopping. Yihan didn't refuse and nodded. Tang San brought Xiao Wu to the residence of the Power Clan again. It was still the same elder brother. Tang San still walked over very politely. Big brother, please inform Chief Titan. Why are you here again? Are you annoying? The elder brother said, a little unhappy. Tang San knew the whole story and didn't say much. Instead, Xiao Wu said angrily, "Why are you like this? Did we do anything to you?" Unfortunately, the guard elder brother just glanced at Xiao Wu and walked in directly. This made Xiao Wu angry. "Third brother, look at him." Okay, this matter is more complicated. Although I also feel a little bit of unprovoked disaster, I still have some responsibility. Tang San explained a little. Soon the guard elder brother walked out. "Go in." "Thank you." Arriving at the reception room, Tai Tan looked at Tang San worriedly. "You said you were going to the starred out Great Forest last time. I heard that the Spirit Hall also sent people there, and they were titled Douluo. Are you okay?" "It's okay. This time we came to discuss important things," Tang San said with a smile. "Young master, you said, as long as I can do it, I will definitely help." Tai Tan patted his chest. Tang San smiled when he heard it. "It's not that serious. It's like this. I joined Anil City and established a Tang sect in Anil City. I hope to invite the Liai clan to join." Tai Tan was stunned and looked at Tang San in disbelief, but soon he was relieved. Although it seemed incredible, if you think about it carefully, it makes sense for Tang San to join Anil City. Tai Tan really had mixed feelings for a while. You know how thoroughly he refused at the beginning, how much he regretted it now. Good thing. If you tell this matter, at least the clan members will support you. Tai Tan smiled bitterly. Tang San also knew Tai Tan's original decision, and comforted him. "Senior Tai Tan, in fact, there is no need to do this. It's all for the good of the tribe. Sometimes face is really not important." "Yet," Tai Tan sighed, and then shouted, "Talon, gather the tribesmen, everyone must come, otherwise they will be expelled from the Power Clan." Talon heard the words and ran out to gather the tribesmen. Soon it was still the same place as last time, and Tang San and Tai Tan were still standing on top. It was still Tai Tan who asked the people below to be quiet. "This time I came here for the same reason as last time, hoping that the Power Clan would join the Tang sect." Before Tang San finished speaking, someone spoke up. "What's the point of talking so much?" "That's right." Tang San waited for the discussion to slowly fade away, and smiled faintly. "After what happened last time, I also felt that I took it for granted, so I made some changes. Anil City is unwilling to accept the Power Clan, but I have discussed with Yihan, and he accepted the Tang sect. Then the Power Clan joining the Tang sect means joining Anil City, and will move there together soon." The originally noisy Power Clan suddenly became quiet. "You know, since the attack of Yugwan and Gimri, everyone has been brooding about not being able to join Anil City. Tang San's news is undoubtedly heavy news." "Are you serious?" a member of the Power Clan asked uncertainly. "Of course, Yihan and I came together this time. If you don't believe me, you can send someone to ask," Tang San said frankly. For a while, all the people of the Power Clan had a slight change in their views on Tang San. Looking at the Power Clan who were cheering, the most uncomfortable one was still Tai Tan. But think about it, what Tang San said is right. As long as the clan members are good, what does it matter if you lose face? On the other side, Yihan and the others were tired of shopping and went to Shrek Academy as planned. Flanders took Ma Hongjin with him as soon as Yihan arrived. Now Ning Rongrong has joined, Oscar has joined, and even Tang San, who is the backbone of the school, has joined. Under Flanders' advice, Ma Hongjin has nothing to hesitate about. Yihan naturally welcomes this. So far, among the Shrek 7 devils, only Daim Yubei and Zhu Xiuqing belong to the Xingluo Empire, but Yihan doesn't care. When the Xiandao Empire is controlled by Zhu Zai and the Wuhan Hall is controlled by Jinring Su, then the three major forces will all belong to Anil City, and the Xingluo Empire will not be able to make any waves. Chapter 239 The Beginning of the Conspiracy. With Yihan's arrival again, Flanders and the Master intentionally or unintentionally tried to find out the purpose of Yihan's coming. However, since the trouble was so serious, Yihan would not easily tell others. He just said that because of Tang San's Tang sect, he came to move the Li clan and brought Zhu's eye to play. Flanders, who could not find out anything, did not say much. Days passed, and the entire Xiandao Imperial City seemed to have not changed at all. Instead, it was a little quieter than usual, which made Flanders and the Master temporarily believe what Yihan said. Until, an unexpected person ran to Shrek Academy. "Master, Dean Flanders, I heard that Yihan is now in Shrek Academy. I wonder if it is true." The Prince Xiuqing, also known as Jinring Su, looked at the two anxiously. Facing such an abnormal Zoo King, the two looked at each other and found something wrong. You know, the original Zoo King was a gentle and elegant person who is not impatient. What could make such a prince so impatient? Yihan is indeed in Shrek Academy. I don't know what happened. The master asked tentatively. Zoo King's face lit up when he heard this, and he quickly said, "We'll know about this when we find Yihan. Now, take me to find Yihan." Seeing that Zoo King was unwilling to talk, the two of them couldn't waste time here, so they quickly took Zoo King to the other courtyard. Yihan is currently living there. Thank you. Zoo King ran in quickly. Is Yihan here? It's me. Zoo King. Yi appeared in front of Zoo King in an instant and said very calmly, Zio-han is in seclusion. Recently, it is the key to promotion. I hope you don't disturb him. Then Leah, Esdeath, Hanjo Keat and others also appeared slowly. This was of course intentional, just to tell the master in Flanders that all of us have been here during this period and have not left. Please be sure to notify Yihan. I really didn't mean to disturb him, but my father is almost dying. Zoo King's words shocked the master and Flanders. Especially the master, you know, he discussed the training of the army with Emperor Zuyi some time ago, and at that time Emperor Zuyi didn't seem to be sick at all. How is it possible? Last time. The master muttered to himself. Although he didn't believe it, Zoo King, as the prince, couldn't joke about such things. Even so, it's useless to ask a close friend for treatment. Dongtang said casually. Zoo King deliberately said anxiously, of course it's useful. The hospital in Anil City is world famous. Among them, Tokisaki Kirumi and Hanjo Keat are the key. In addition, Poison Douluo is also from Anil City, or the people of the Poyi clan are all good at medical treatment. So what? The relationship between our Anil City and the Xiandao Empire is not as good as you look. It's just that you have a good relationship with Yihan. Esdeath said coldly. For a while, it seemed that the two sides were in a stalemate. The master and Flanders on one side were the most rigid. Their idea was indeed to save Emperor Zuyi, but as Esdeath said, the relationship between the Xiandao Empire and Anil City was really not good. Just sending a large army to kill Yihan was outrageous. What reason did others have to save you? But at this moment, they had to save him. Once the Xiandao Empire lost Emperor Zuyi, it would inevitably fall into civil strife, and the Spirit Hall would naturally be the biggest beneficiary. Ahem. Everyone, I think Emperor Zuyi can still be rescued now. The master said tentatively, if Emperor Zuyi dies, the Xiandao Empire will withdraw from the battle with the Spirit Hall, which is what Anil City doesn't want to see. It doesn't matter whether we withdraw or not. We in Anil City are not afraid of the Spirit Hall at all. Save Emperor Zuyi? Sure. I want half of the things in the Xiandao Empire's treasury. Yihan's voice suddenly came out. Zoo King was delighted and looked at Yihan excitedly. You finally came out. King, although we have a good relationship, public is public and private is private. What do you think? Yihan said deeply. Okay. Zoo King nodded without hesitation. Frankly. Zia-fen, Sanson, let's go. I will notify Senior Douluo on the way and gather at the palace. Yihan set off directly. The master on the side was also relieved. At least Emperor Zuyi's life could be saved. Of course, this was just his idea. After the group got on Zoo King's carriage, their true colors were revealed. It's really troublesome. Is it necessary to do this? Jin Ringsu said unhappily. Yihan smiled and said, this is inevitable. Anil City must get rid of this matter and also lead to the Spirit Hall. Otherwise, it will be difficult for Zuzai to convince the public. Even if Prince Zoo King is a spy of the Spirit Hall, it is not so easy for Zuzai to sit firmly. Jin Ringsu shook her head. You know, as Zoo King over the years, he has paid a lot to get the support of the ministers. Yihan smiled meaningfully and said, I am different from the Spirit Hall. As long as Zuzai sits on it, Anil City will intervene directly. At that time, the Xiandao Empire will not be able to stir up any waves. Jin Ringsu was stunned when she heard this. Indeed, the main reason why she was so cautious was because she was the only one. If Anil City intervened, Zuzai would indeed become the empress of the Xiandao Empire soon. The group arrived at the palace soon. With the prince leading the way, the road was smooth and unobstructed. Soon they arrived at the palace. Poison Douluo had naturally met them, and Yihan also explained the situation a little. Tisk Douluo frowned and said hesitantly, Emperor Zuyi is poisoned. And it's a mixed poison. I don't know what kind of mixed poison it is, and the chance of treatment is very small. Benjo Feng and Tang San on the side also looked at it in a fake manner, and finally concluded that there was basically no way. Douluo checked it again, and then suddenly thought of something, and pulled Jihan to the side. Little monster, tell the truth, do you know something? Oh? What do you mean? Jihan looked at Douluo in surprise, and didn't expect this guy to be so sharp. Have you forgotten? You told me that the Xiandao Empire itself could not be saved, and you can predict the demise of the 7 treasures Glazed sect. Does the Xiandao Empire's difficulty in saving itself refer to the poisoning of Emperor Zhu Yi? Douluo was terrified when he thought about it. Oh, did I say that? Jihan smiled awkwardly. He originally thought that Douluo was smart, but he didn't expect that he was just a spoiler. Douluo looked at Jihan speechlessly and asked carefully, you didn't poison me, did you? Of course not. I just know that Emperor Zhu Yi is dying. I'll negotiate a deal with him by the way. Jihan showed a faint smile, but Douluo trembled. Since you know it, it's good. I won't interfere with this matter, you can solve it yourself. Douluo felt that he couldn't stay here for long. Jihan also nodded, wait for my news, remember to make it clear that Emperor Zhu Yi is basically hopeless. You must know that the reason why Douluo came here is to confirm the fact that Emperor Zhu Yi is going to die. As Douluo left, Benjo Feng diluted the antidote on the side. Jihan would not let Emperor Zhu Yi survive no matter what. Now he needs Emperor Zhu Yi to wake up, so that he can achieve special cooperation. Of course, if Emperor Zhu Yi is upright, just ignore what he said. But even if Emperor Zhu Yi does not cooperate, Jihan also has a way to let Zhu Zai take the throne, it's just a little more troublesome. Chapter 240 The Desperate Emperor Zhu Yi. The diluted medicine was made very quickly, and Jihan gave it to Emperor Zhu Yi to drink directly. After a while, Emperor Zhu Yi slowly woke up, and when he opened his eyes, he saw Zhu King on the side, and he was quite relieved. It turned out to be the heir he recognized. Even if he was sick, he would personally stay by his side. Touched. However, as Emperor Zhu Yi turned his head to look to the side, he saw Jihan, who seemed to be smiling but not smiling. This face was too familiar to Emperor Zhu Yi. To be honest, he didn't want to see this face in his life. Every time he met Jihan, it was bad. City Lord Jihan, you are here too. Emperor Zhu Yi smiled embarrassedly. Father, it was Ziohan who saved you when you were sick this time. Jin Ringsu explained on the side. Upon hearing this, Emperor Zhu Yi's mouth twitched slightly, and he secretly cursed the healing spirit masters and doctors of the Xiandao Empire in his heart, a bunch of trash, who couldn't even cure a minor illness. King, Fen, Sanson, you guys go out first. I want to talk to Emperor Zhu Yi alone. How about that? Jihan suddenly said. Emperor Zhu Yi's heart skipped a beat. To be honest, he didn't want to be alone with Jihan. You know, Jihan could be a ruthless person who had killed a titled Douluo. Jihan naturally saw Emperor Zhu Yi's concerns and said with a smile, Emperor Zhu Yi, you don't have to do this. If I really wanted to kill you, I wouldn't have saved you, right? After all, he was the emperor of a country, so he still had some courage. Ahem, King, you go out first. Seeing that everyone had left, only Jihan and Emperor Zhu Yi were left. Jihan waved his hand, and his soul power kept fluctuating. Emperor Zhu Yi looked at Jihan vigilantly. What are you going to do? Nothing, just set up a band to prevent ears. Jihan's words made Emperor Zhu Yi feel relieved, but he also realized that what Jihan wanted to say was not simple. I am very grateful that you can come to save me. If there is anything, please speak directly. Emperor Zhu Yi calmed down. Jihan smiled playfully. Save you? No, 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 your body can't be saved at all. There are nearly a dozen kinds of mixed poisons in your body. You are basically not far from death. What? Emperor Zhu Yi was refreshed, and his soul power slowly wrapped around his body. He could also see that his body was riddled with holes. He looked at Jihan with a pale face. Why are you telling me this? Who do you want to pass your throne to? Jihan answered the question irrelevantly. Emperor Zhu Yi was stunned, and then said firmly, of course it's King. I believe that even if I die, he can become an excellent emperor and lead the Xiandao Empire to continue its glory. Pa pa pa. Jihan clapped his hands and said with a smile, if Zhu King is really still alive, he will definitely be very happy. What do you mean? Emperor Zhu Yi is not an idiot, and he can also hear that Jihan has something to say. You have been poisoned by more than a dozen kinds of mixed poisons, many of which are very precious. Not to mention the ministers, even the Xiandao Empire may not be able to get them. Guess why they did that to you? Who poisoned you? Yi Han's words hit him in the face like a blow. His brain kept thinking, skipping one by one, and finally there was only Zhu King, who had always been close to him. Whenever he stayed up late to handle government affairs, it was not Queen Murinzu who brought him the calming soup, but Prince Zhu King. If Yi Han had said that before, he only felt that this was filial piety. Now it seems that this is not filial piety at all, this is filial piety that has deteriorated, filial piety to death. Looking at Emperor Zhu Yi, whose face was uncertain, Yi Han continued, "It seems that you have some ideas in your mind. Let me tell you another piece of news. I wonder if your majesty is interested." "Speak." Emperor Zhu Yi gasped heavily, with sweat on his forehead. Bibi Dong had a daughter named Jinriksu more than 10 years ago, and then she suddenly disappeared. It happened that the prince of that year came back with a maid named Xiaoxu. As the two grew up, Xiaoxu finally disappeared completely after going out one time. Can you guess what the relationship is? Oh, by the way, I'll give you a hint. Jinriksu has a soul bone that can transform. Yi Han's words didn't require him to guess. It was basically clear that Jinriksu was undercover beside Zhu King. After understanding Zhu King's living habits, she killed the real Zhu King and disguised herself as Zhu King. I'm going to kill her. The veins on Emperor Zhu Yi's forehead bulged, and the whole person fell into rage. Some things simply cannot stand scrutiny, such as the accidental deaths of the second and third princes. If Zhu King was still the same Zhu King, Emperor Zhu Yi would never think about it for the rest of his life. But now that his identity has changed, Emperor Zhu Yi suddenly realized that the deaths of the second and third princes were inextricably linked to Zhu King. Thinking about why Zhu Bang was still alive, he suddenly realized that among the four princes, only Zhu Bang was like a waste and had no chance of becoming the emperor. It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Emperor Zhu Yi laughed miserably, and then looked at Yi Han. What on earth are you going to do? Tell me what all this is for. Seeing this, Yi Han didn't waste any words and said bluntly, instead of handing over the Xiandao Empire to the Spirit Hall, why not give me Anil City? Emperor Zhu Yi's pupils shrank, and then he said bitterly, are there wolves in front and tigers behind? Is our Xiandao Empire going to end here? It's better to fight to the death. No, 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 our Anil City is different from the Spirit Hall. The Spirit Hall plans to annex and destroy the Xiandao Empire, but Anil City will not. The Xiandao Empire will still exist independently, but the Xiandao Empire will not hinder Anil City in the future. Yi Han explained. Do you have a candidate? Zhu Bang. There was a hint of expectation in Emperor Zhu Yi's eyes. Yi Han shook his head. Moan City in the far north, your daughter Zhu Zai. Is it her? Emperor Zhu Yi was a little dazed for a moment, and then he said with a sharp look, I still doubt what you said, whether it is Zhu King's identity or Anil City's refusal to annex. You have no choice. Even if you and the Spirit Hall fight to the death, it will be in vain in the end. You know how many ministers Zhu King has won over under your instructions over the years. But since you want to die peacefully, I will fulfill your wish. I will expose Zhu King in a few days. At that time, the people of the Spirit Hall will definitely take action against you. I will arrange people to protect you, but if it is true, I hope you can pass the throne to Zhu Zai. Yi Han's words were very straightforward, but they hit the heart of Emperor Zhu Yi. Okay. After thinking it over, Emperor Zhu Yi felt that he could gamble. At least compared to the Spirit Hall, although Anil City was ruthless, it at least had a good reputation on the mainland, and the one who inherited the throne in the end was not an outsider, but his daughter, from his Zhu family. As for Zhu Bang, he had never thought about it. After all, Zhu Bang was still a dandy boy in order to avoid Jinriksu's pursuit. Happy cooperation. Yi Han said with a faint smile, and stood up, then I will take my leave. Looking at Yi Han who left directly, Emperor Zhu Yi was stunned. Isn't there a ban? Yi Han paused, it has been lifted. Although his expression did not change, Yi Han was a little speechless. There was a ghost ban, just to let Emperor Zhu Yi speak freely. Everyone outside is our own people, so just hear it. With the departure of Yi Han, Yi also arranged for the criminal army to enter the Xiandu Palace. The first move of Emperor Zhu Yi was to summon doctors and healing spirit masters from all over the country. He hoped that he could cure his own problems, but all the ones given were dead and would not live long. Emperor Zhu Yi was also a ruthless person. He killed all those who knew that he was dying, whether they were ordinary people or spirit masters. Finally, after learning that he was really dying, Emperor Zuyi began to investigate the deaths of his second and third sons, and in the end, they undoubtedly pointed to Zhu King. All the evidence continued to prove what Yuhan said, and Emperor Zuyi fell into despair. After all, he was also an empire that claimed to be one of the four major forces on the continent. He didn't expect that he was just a victim of the struggle between Anil City and Wuhan Hall from the beginning. Chapter 241 Collapse of the Avalanche. After several days of investigation, Emperor Zuyi has completely accepted his fate. Jin Ringsu has infiltrated the entire Xiandao Empire, and now he is powerless to save the situation. Maybe what Yuhan said is the last way out. Father, drink the medicine. Jin Ringsu pretended to be Zhu King, and walked slowly with a bowl of medicine with a smile on her face. If he hadn't known the truth, Emperor Zuyi would definitely be relieved now, but now he is only terrified. This medicine is poison from any angle. What a vicious heart. Emperor Zuyi complained in his heart, but he was helpless. He also knew that if he exposed Jin Ringsu now, he would probably be killed on the spot. Now the only plan is to use a delaying tactic, put it aside first. I'll sleep for a while and drink it when I get up. Jin Ringsu did not force it, and quietly put the medicine aside. Since father wants to rest, I'll take my leave first. Seeing Jin Ringsu leaving, Emperor Zuyi quickly poured out the medicine, and then looked at the door and breathed a sigh of relief when he saw that there was no one. Days passed, Yuhan never showed up, and Emperor Zuyi could feel his health deteriorating. The only good news was that Jin Ringsu didn't watch him drink the medicine. So every time he always found a reason to pour out the medicine directly, otherwise he might have died. Finally, after waiting for a long time, when he was about to die, Yuhan's plan was fully implemented. Poison Douluo Dugubo, Ice Douluo Bingheo Ayu, Jade Flute Douluo Zhale, plus Yuhan, Zuzai and Tang San. Just 3 titled Douluos were very luxurious. As for Tang San, because he heard that Emperor Zuyi was poisoned, he wanted to see if he could be treated. After all, his teacher didn't want Emperor Zuyi to die. Yuhan didn't care. Since Tang San wanted to follow, it was just right to be a witness. Emperor Zuyi, who had been waiting in the palace for a long time, finally felt a commotion outside the door. A team of soldiers rushed into the room and quickly controlled the avalanche that came to take care of Emperor Zuyi. "Who are you?" Emperor Zuyi asked weakly. Unfortunately, the soldiers who rushed in ignored them and stood aside quietly. Outside the hall, Jin Ringsu led a large number of soldiers to stop Yuhan and others. "Zio Han, I don't know what brought you here. I heard that Emperor Zuyi is dying, so I naturally want to come and see." Yuhan smiled lightly. "King, you don't want your father to die, do you?" "That's not necessarily the case. If he dies, I will be the emperor of the Xiandao Empire. At that time, our Xiandao Empire and Anil City will be friends forever," Jin Ringsu said calmly. Tang San, who didn't know the truth, was really shocked. After all, Zhu King's words were simply crazy. After all, Emperor Zuyi was also Zhu King's father. How could he say that his father died so easily? "What if I have to go in?" Yuhan said indifferently. Jin Ringsu waved her hand, and a large number of troops surrounded Yuhan and others, and then 2 titled Douluo also appeared. "The Heaven Dao Empire has titled Douluo?" "No. It's the Spirit Hall." Tang San was just confused at first, but then he saw the symbols on the 2 titled Douluo and instantly realized, "Zhu King, you are colluding with the Spirit Hall." This sentence should have been said by Yuhan, but since Tang San was the wingman, Yuhan didn't care. Jin Ringsu took over at the right time. "What do you mean by collusion? I'm originally from the Spirit Hall." After saying that, Jin Ringsu took off her disguise and displayed the angel spirit. For a moment, the atmosphere became tense. Tang San was about to take action when he saw this, but was pulled back by Yuhan. "Don't be impulsive, they have titled Douluo, and we have them too. Uncle Zhao and the others are here." Yuhan had already discussed with Jin Ringsu, how could he let Tang San rush up to disrupt the plan, and without a 100,000-year spirit ring in Xiao Wu's soul, Tang San was really no match for Jin Ringsu. "We in the Spirit Hall have no intention of being enemies with Anil City. I hope you can give me some face, Xiao Han, after all, we are friends, right?" Jin Ringsu said with a faint smile. Yuhan waved his hand directly. "Do it, he is stalling for time. Wait for Emperor Zuyi's poison to take effect, and Prince Zhu King will become the only heir." The three hidden title Douluo instantly attacked, and the battle was basically one-sided. After all, Zhao Lei at level 98 and Bing Haoyu at level 99 were no joke. The only trouble was that the title Douluo could not be killed, which was also agreed with Jinriksu. With Bing Haoyu and Zhao Lei stopping the pursuers, Douluo took Yihan, Zuzai and Tang San to the bedroom at a rapid speed. Along the way, they simply killed gods and Buddhas, and soon rushed into the bedroom and killed several people from the spirit hall. Zhu Bang was also surprised. Only Emperor Zhu Yi's turbid eyes stared closely at Zuzai, his daughter who had been lost for many years. I don't know why my brother is crazy, since he sent people to control us. Zhu Bang said angrily. Tang San explained, that's not your elder brother, he's just pretending, that person is from the spirit hall. What? Zhu Bang was stunned and surprised. Faced with Zhu Bang's fuss, Emperor Zhu Yi was quite disappointed. You know, he also thought about passing the throne to his fourth son, but Zhu Bang pretended too well. Run out first. Yihan said falsely. Emperor Zhu Yi looked at Yihan deeply, and the latter also looked at Emperor Zhu Yi. Forget it, I know my own body, I probably won't survive today, help me out, solve the trouble of the Xiandao Empire, and by the way, make it clear who the next emperor will be. Along the way, under Yihan's instruction, Zuzai solved many enemies on the road and displayed his excellent fighting power, which made Emperor Zhu Yi very satisfied. Looking at Zhu Bang who was drooling, Emperor Zhu Yi was more determined not to let Zhu Bang become the emperor. As for why he was drooling, of course, Zhu Bang thought he was going to be the emperor, and all these years of hiding were not in vain. Who would have thought that Zhu King, the eldest brother, had died long ago and was replaced by the people of the Spirit Hall? The second and third princes were killed, and Zhu Bang suddenly had no competitors. In Zhu Bang's eyes, Emperor Zhu Yi, who only had one son left, could only choose himself. As long as he became the emperor, what was the point of being a playboy? When Yihan came out, the people of the Spirit Hall had already evacuated, and a large number of Xiandao Empire troops outside were used by Jinriksu to continuously attack Zhao Lei and Bing Haoyu. However, with the appearance of Emperor Zhu Yi, the entire hall was instantly quiet. Ahem, everyone, Zhu King had already been replaced by the bad guys of the Spirit Hall, and we were all fooled. Now I am dying, and the throne must be passed down. Among my descendants, Zhu Ke is too gentle. The first prince died, the second prince died, and the third prince also died, so. Emperor Zhu Yi's words made Zhu Bang's face flushed, and he felt that it was almost his turn. As long as Emperor Zhu Yi announced it, he could soar into the sky. So my throne will be passed to my other hidden daughter, Zuxi. She is upright, calm, and very powerful. She is a rare candidate for the emperor. I have left the imperial edict. All officials and armies must obey. Looking at Zuxi who was pulled out, and then looking at Emperor Zhuai, the army half knelt down. Follow your majesty's order. Faced with such a vast situation, the most embarrassed person was Zhu Bang. He had already stood up, but Emperor Zhuai ignored him and announced an illegitimate daughter as the emperor. Why? Zhu Bang's eyes were bloodshot and he roared. Emperor Zhuai looked at Zhu Bang calmly, coughed, and said weakly, Zhu Bang, you are ignorant, bully men and women, arrogant and domineering, and you are not suitable to be an emperor at all. It's better to be an idle prince. Facing Zhu Bang's questioning, Emperor Zhuai really had no fluctuations in his heart, and even laughed. If he really let him be the emperor, who knows what will happen to the Xiandao Empire? By then, even if it is not destroyed by the Spirit Hall, it is estimated that it will be destroyed by Zhu Bang. As for Zhu Bang, he was in a state of despair. He had been acting all these years. If he didn't pretend to be ignorant, bullying men and women, and being arrogant, would his big brother let him go? But now he really couldn't argue. After all, no one would believe him if he said it out loud. He could only endure this situation quietly. Chapter 242, I am dying of laughter. I am dying of filial piety. It must be said that Emperor Zhu Yi had made sufficient preparations. The first was the imperial edict, which was clearly written. The other was to pass the symbol of the emperor to Zuzai. After ending the chaos in the Xiandao Empire, the group entered the palace again. Taking advantage of the last time, Emperor Zhu Yi explained everything clearly. Lord Yihan, Zuzai, I want to talk to you alone about something. Emperor Zhu Yi suddenly said. Yihan did not refuse this. The group turned around and walked out of the palace, leaving only 3 people. Zai. Over the years, I know that I have not done what a father should do. I can hate you, but I hope you can govern the Xiandao Empire well. I don't ask for much glory, but at least keep the name of the country." Emperor Zuyi said earnestly. Zhu Zai nodded seriously. "I will." Emperor Zuyi nodded with satisfaction, and then looked at Yihan. "I am dying. I hope Lord Yihan can agree to a small request of mine." "Tell me." Yihan did not agree rashly. If it was really an excessive request, Yihan would definitely refuse it without hesitation. Emperor Zuyi had a complicated expression and sighed. "I hope you won't do anything to Zhu Bang, at least spare his life." In fact, Emperor Zuyi always thought that his fourth son Zhu Bang was a useless person who had no intention of the throne. He didn't expect that Zhu Bang was so confused. Such a useless person still coveted the throne, especially in front of Yihan. Once he died, who in the entire Xiandao Empire could stop Yihan? Yihan also smiled when he heard this. "As long as Zhu Bang himself doesn't get sick, I have no reason to do anything to him." "Thank you," Emperor Zuyi said sincerely, and then the few people chatted. Most of the time, Emperor Zuyi was explaining the funeral affairs, or talking about family affection with Zhu Zai. Soon the two came out. "Zhu Bang, your father is looking for you." Zhu Bang's eyes lit up, and he suddenly felt that there was still a chance. Was it because Zhu Zai was brought here by Yihan that his father endured a humiliation? Just like when he avoided Zhu King's murderous intention. The more he thought about it, the more likely it seemed. He ran in quickly, leaving Yihan with a confused look on his face. "What's wrong with this child?" "Father." Zhu Bang looked at Emperor Zuyi and called out expectantly. Emperor Zuyi looked at Zhu Bang seriously. "Son, I was wrong. I spoiled you since you were a child, and made you have some unrealistic ideas. I won't mention the throne anymore, just be a prince." Zhu Bang's face froze, and he looked at Emperor Zuyi in disbelief. "Father, in fact, what happened before was all I pretended. I have long realized that my elder brother is not an ordinary person, so I pretended to be a playboy to protect myself." Pa. After hearing this, Emperor Zuyi slapped him angrily. "Do you know what you are talking about? Do you think I will believe you? You have done enough ridiculous things. I tell you, if you covet this throne, death is waiting for you." Zhu Bang wanted to fight for it, but he saw Emperor Zuyi gasping for breath, his hands spread out weakly, his eyes dull. "Father." Zhu Bang's scream attracted everyone outside to rush in. Yihan was stunned and looked at Ben Zhou-Feng, Tang San and Douluo. It shouldn't be. Although Emperor Zuyi is indeed dying, he should at least live till night. Ben Tiaofeng looked puzzled, and walked over to check a little. "There is no external injury." "Zhu Bang. What happened?" I don't know. I was talking to my father and suddenly this happened." Zhu Bang stuttered, not knowing what to do for a while. Douluo walked over to check carefully, and then looked at Zhu Bang with a strange expression. Yihan also found that something was wrong with Douluo. What's wrong with the old monster? He was angry to death. The most afraid of the sudden silence in the air, everyone looked at Zhu Bang. Tang San said in disbelief, "Zhu King is pretended by the spirit hall, and you too." Yihan heard such a nonsense result, and looked at Emperor Zuyi with some pity. I am so filial. I didn't mean it. It was my father who got excited." Although Zhu Bang tried his best to explain, everyone present didn't believe it. Especially except Tang San, everyone else was the planner. The original Emperor Zuyi should at least live till night. Forget it. This is his fate. Yihan shook his head and left directly. Others followed him, leaving only Zhu Bang sitting on the ground. The news of Emperor Zuyi's death was still very big, and it spread quickly. A grand funeral was held, followed by Zhu Zai's coronation ceremony. I didn't expect that Zhu King was a member of the Spirit Hall. Emperor Zuyi was dead, and the last person to ascend the throne was a little girl named Zhu Zai. Flanders said with some emotion. The master frowned. The army has been taken back, saying that we don't need to train anymore. These are only half-trained? It's so sloppy. It seems that the Xiandao Empire is also going downhill. Flanders also knew his old friend's reluctance in his heart, and patted him on the shoulder. The best of Emperor Zuyi is Zhu King, followed by the second and third princes. It's a pity that they are all dead. It's good that they didn't pass the throne to Zhu Bang. Taking back the troops was also Yihan's request. After all, the Spirit Hall will fully prepare for the re-election of the 7 sects and will not take action against the Xiandao Empire for the time being. Moreover, the Xiandao Empire has the murals in its hands, and the support of Anil City. In which way is it not stronger than Yu Zaya Gang? With the death of Emperor Zhu Yi and Zhu Zai's succession, the whole process was not very smooth. A large number of ministers expressed dissatisfaction, and it was obvious that some of them deliberately provoked trouble. And Murenzhu and the harem wanted to rule the country from behind the curtain? It really made Yi Han laugh to death. What kind of wishful thinking has come out? Yi Han was not polite to these people. Zhu Zai was not Jinriksu. The Spirit Hall sent her to be an undercover agent without any support. Anil City sent Zhu Zai to be the emperor. And Yi Han was very experienced. Liu was responsible for handing over government affairs to Zhu Zai, and Yi and Esdeath were responsible for dealing with dissatisfied ministers and harem. It only took one day to drive away Murenzhu and others and send them to her only son Zhu Bang. Esdeath's cruelty made Murenzhu dare not fart. As for the other concubines, those who were willing to leave were given some money and left, and those who were unwilling to leave were all sent away by Esdeath. Although it was a bit cruel, it was very effective. Among them, Liu Yu also came to the palace under Yi Han's inquiry and turned into the Queen Mother. With the strength of the criminal army, Yi Han quickly figured out who was behind the scenes. He originally thought it was an avalanche, but it turned out that this child seemed to be filial to his father and died. The whole person was a little abnormal. In the end, the result was that it was the exiled Prince Zuxing. Yi Han exclaimed, "Good guy, the investigation is clear, what else do you need to say?" In one night, more than half of the ministers in the court were gone, and there were even several powerful people among them. Suddenly, the court was stable. It must be stable. In order to survive. Who can accept that the whole family died cleanly in one night? It can be said that the whole family was neat and tidy, and even the dog was not spared. On the Zuxing side, Yi Han uprooted it, and there would definitely be no situation where the wildfire could not be extinguished and the spring breeze would blow it back to life. Throughout history, every time an emperor changes his position, there will be some bloodshed. The main reason is that these people are blind. Yi Han has never hidden since he started. As long as someone investigates, they will soon know that it is Yi Han who is behind Zhu Zai. In addition, with Yi Han's thundering methods, the entire Xiandao Empire has quickly calmed down, and even corrupt officials have restrained themselves a lot. After all, new officials have 3 fires when they take office, let alone a new emperor. Don't let them all be burned to death. After all, Anil City has killed many people during this period. As for the generals of the Xiandao Empire, Yi Han had already found them after Zhu Zai ascended the throne. He didn't want to release the military power with a cup of wine, but to express a fact to them. Anil City did not want to annex the Xiandao Empire, and the position would not be shaken. They just needed to lead the soldiers and obey Zhu Zai. Anil City would not intervene in the military strength of the Xiandao Empire. After these words were spoken, these generals had nothing more to say. Zhu Zai was indeed the daughter of Emperor Zhu Yi, with pure blood. The Xiandao Empire would not be destroyed, and the military power would not be lost. It would be the same as before, so it would not matter who became the emperor. Chapter 243, Cleansing the Worship Hall. The Xiandao Empire has gradually settled down, especially because of some help from Anil City. It is better than before. The Wuhan Hall on the other side is not so quiet. We have been planning for many years. Now that it has failed. Jinriksu, what do you want to do? Bibi Dong looked at Jinriksu and roared. The people around did not dare to say anything more, and could only look at Jinriksu cautiously. I hope this little girl will not contradict Bibi Dong. After all, Bibi Dong is now easily irritated. Unfortunately, Jinriksu is not a soft persimmon, especially since she has many conflicts with Bibi Dong. She will not indulge Bibi Dong, and said with disdain, "You only know how to yell here. I wrote a letter before saying that Yi Han and the others are here. I also said that we can't plan in advance. It was you who insisted on doing this." These were all discussed by Yi Han and Jinriksu, and the letter was also written by Yi Han. Jinriksu was originally afraid that Bibi Dong would really give up the plan, but Yi Han was not worried. Bibi Dong was very conceited and would not easily change her mind once she made a decision. Facts have also proved that even though she knew Yi Han was in Xiandao Imperial City, she still decided to take action. Even so, it's because you are not doing a good job. Bibi Dong was furious, and some of her soul power leaked out. Even Anil City got away with it. Unfortunately, Jinriksu didn't buy it at all, and said disdainfully, "Haha. When you insisted on doing this plan, did I ask for support? I even wrote to Ghost Douluo and Chrysanthemum Douluo, but the 2 titled Douluos said they didn't have time. Jin Ringsu's words made the two tremble, and they kept roaring in their hearts, "You guys can quarrel, why take me with you?" In fact, Chrysanthemum Douluo and Ghost Douluo were also bitter. It's not that they didn't want to go, but Bibi Dong didn't let them go. The Pope is their boss. Even if Jin Ringsu is in charge of the worship hall, they have nothing to do with the worship hall. Bang! Yu Guan and Gimri have more important things to do. Aren't you in charge of the worship hall? Can't you use so many title Douluo? Bibi Dong looked at Jin Ringsu with great momentum. You know how many you can use. As for what I can use, I have already contacted them. It was you who planned in advance that caught me off guard. Jin Ringsu said, and turned around and left. Come back. Bibi Dong's face was ashen. Jin Ringsu paused, turned around and showed a frosty face. I'll give you 1 day, take away all the people you have won over in the worship hall, and don't use the resources of my worship hall. They want your resources and my resources at the same time. How can they get 2 resources for each person? Otherwise, I will send them on their way. For a moment, not to mention Yu Guan and Gimri, even Bibi Dong took a breath of cold air. After all, Jin Ringsu's murderous aura is not fake. Jin Ringsu was serious this time. She had been working undercover in the Xiandao Empire. It was fine if these people were secretly disobeying her orders. Now that she was back, she had to purge the worship hall. With the support of the 98th level giant Douluo, Jin Ringsu was basically invincible. In order to be accurate, Jin Ringsu also asked for some potions from Ben Zhoufeng. It didn't have much effect. It was mainly a lie detector. Jin Ringsu wouldn't ask any sharp questions. She just asked about their connection with Bibi Dong. Bibi Dong's face was as ugly as it could be. She took a deep breath and said, "Go to the worship hall and take away all the people who came before to minimize casualties." "Yes." Gui Mei and Yu Guan hurriedly said respectfully. Jin Ringsu stood at the door with Giant Douluo. "Grandpa Jin, thank you for this time. It's my duty. But Xiaoxu, you have to be mentally prepared this time." Jin looked at the worship hall with some emotion. Since the death of the great worshipper Jin Daoliu, the entire worship hall has been somewhat fragmented. I understand. Jin Ringsu had already prepared for this. After all, the incident in Thunder City was very telling. Jin Ringsu and Jin Yi had just chatted for a while, and Gui Mei and Yu Guan followed closely. Seeing Jin Yi Douluo, they smiled awkwardly. "Your Majesty Jin Yi. Go. Don't be cunning. If you don't take them away, they will be dead if they are found out," Jin Yi said coldly. Seeing this, the two of them quickly entered the worship hall. Although Jin Yi said it very easily, the murderous aura on his body was not fake. In a short while, a large number of title Douluos were taken away from the entire worship hall. Jin Ringsu stood at the door with her hands clenched. "People can go, but those who have something to do with the worship hall must stay. Jin Ringsu, we are all title Douluos no matter what we say. Don't think that you can be arrogant just because you are Jin Yi Douluo. We have so many title Douluos here." One of the title Douluos shouted loudly. Gui Mei and Yu Guan's faces turned black. "What an idiot. I just closed my eyes for a while. Does Xiaozu need to look at your face?" An old man walked out slowly, with a lot of momentum on his body. "Holy Dragon Douluo." Some people swallow their saliva. You know, Holy Dragon Douluo is a level 96 title Douluo, plus the level 98 Golden Jua Douluo. It's no joke. Then at this moment, there were several figures standing next to Jin Ringsu. Even Gui Mei and Yu Guan's faces became very ugly. Not all of the entire worship hall were recruited. Some of them are basically loyal to the worship hall. Most of them were saved by Jin Daoli when he was young. Among them, the level 98 Golden Jua Douluo, the level 96 Holy Dragon Douluo, the level 95 Ghost Leopard Douluo, the Demon Bear Douluo, the 1000 Jun Douluo and the Demon Subduing Douluo were on the list. Leave the things behind and come out by yourself. I can't help you. Yu Guan smiled at Jin Ringsu and left directly. The ghost on the side also turned into a black shadow and disappeared. For a moment, the title Douluo in front of them looked at each other in bewilderment, and finally had no choice but to leave other things behind in humiliation. Seeing this, Jin Ringsu did not embarrass them. She waved her hand, and several title Douluo left in a hurry. There were only 7 people left in the entire worship hall, including Jin Ringsu. Xiaoxu, these fence-sitters are not worth being sad about. That's right. A bunch of trash. The Demon Bear said disdainfully. Well, dear seniors, since you stay here, you believe in me, But for safety, I hope you can drink this bottle of potion. Don't worry, it's not poison, it's just to confirm some things. Jin Ringsu took out the potion and said very seriously. Jin Ringsu had already discussed this matter with Jin Yi Douluo, and Jin Yi drank it without hesitation. Seeing Jin Yi did so, others also drank it. Seeing this, Jin Ringsu asked a few questions related to Bibi Dong, and the final result also made her feel relieved. Fortunately, there were no traitors among the 6 people who supported her in the end. What a weird potion. Shenglong Douluo looked at the potion in surprise. Yet, I told the truth unconsciously. It won't be like this forever. Ghost Leopard said with lingering fear. Jin Ringsu explained with a smile, it only lasts for an hour, and then it will be invalid. Is that so? Jiangmo Douluo on the side showed a meaningful smile and looked at Jinjun Douluo on the side. Brother, tell me the truth, when I was a child, did you take the money I saved and use it? This was something Jiangmo cared about when he was a child. You know, he saved it for almost a year. How can you? Jinjun, who was about to deny it just now, changed his words the next moment. Of course I took it, and I bought a roast chicken in the end. Did you eat it very deliciously? Jinjun quickly covered his mouth and looked at his brother with some caution. It was really too embarrassing. It's you bastard. Jiangmo shouted excitedly. Jinjun on the side was unhappy. How can you say that your brother is a bastard? Then at that time, seeing the 2 people start to self-destruct, the remaining few people smiled, and Jin Yi on the side looked at Shenglong, who was about to speak with bad intentions. Shenglong was also a seasoned man. Seeing that the situation was not good, they said goodbye directly. Ghost Leopard and Demon Bear did not want to participate in this horrible war. You said you wanted to ask some secrets. If they were known, it would be uncomfortable at most. Now look at what Kyanjin and Jiangmo are asking. When was the last time he went to bed? Who was the first young woman? And so on. If you say such things, you will die instantly. You can't afford to offend them, so you can only say goodbye. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelists. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 244 Change. Compared to the rare joy in the worship hall, Bibi Dong of the Spirit Hall is really unhappy now. There are many people in the entire worship hall who are worth winning over, a total of 6, but none of these 6 came, and those who came were just some useless people who were just waiting to die. Each of them is level 91 or level 92, which basically means they have reached the peak of their talent. It looks really good to outsiders. But Anil City, who is facing it, is simply ridiculous. Has the news been spread out? Bibi Dong rubbed his temple and asked in a deep voice. Guime hurriedly said respectfully, it has been spread out according to your instructions. Well, during this period of time, Guime will be responsible for monitoring the worship hall to see what Jin Ringsu is going to do. Faced with Bibi Dong's words, Guime actually refused. He is a level 94 titled Douluo, monitoring 4 level 95, 1 level 96 and a level 98. If he is discovered, he will be finished. But who made Bibi Dong his immediate superior? People have to bow their heads under the eaves. With the news released by the Spirit Hall, Anil City was once again pushed to the forefront. After all, the news released by the Spirit Hall was too shocking. The Xiandao Empire has been annexed by Anil City, and various evidences have been listed. Yuhan just laughed at this. Time is the best proof. At the border of the Xingluo Empire, Daimyo was sitting in the tent at the moment, and the main seat was the General Daiyunfei. MD, no wonder our Xingluo Empire is always one step behind. After all this time, it's because there is a problem with the Crown Prince of the Xiandao Empire, Zhu King. Daiyunfei, as a rough man, burst into swear words in dissatisfaction. Daimyo on the side was actually very angry. To be honest, at the beginning, he also thought that the spy work of the Xingluo Empire was not good, and it was not as proficient as the Spirit Hall and the Xiandao Empire. He even selected some geniuses of his own clan for spy training with Zhu Xiuqing. Now it seems that the spy business level is not enough. Others directly replaced the Crown Prince of the Xiandao Empire. Who can stand it? General Dai, what do you think of the recent statements of the Spirit Hall? You know, my father has already made some moves. Daimyo asked with a headache. You know, He came here in the hope that Dai Yunfei could stop his father from becoming an enemy of Yuhan. The only person in the entire Xingluo Empire who has this ability is Dai Yunfei, who is in charge of the 3 armies. What do I think? I'll just sit and watch. Dai Yunfei said unhappily, your father's brain is like water in it. He was reluctant to leave the ruins last time, and all the good things were taken away by others. Oh, Dai Mubei smiled awkwardly. It is estimated that Dai Yunfei is the only one in the entire Xingluo Empire who can be so presumptuous. General Dai, I am really serious. Even if the Xingluo Empire joins hands with the Spirit Hall to defeat Anil City, it will not benefit in the end. Don't you think so? Dai Mubei said patiently. Dai Yunfei rolled his eyes. Don't say anything insincere, kid. You can see clearly, but I can't. Let's not talk about whether the Xiandao Empire was really annexed by Anil City. Even if it was, our Xingluo Empire cannot join forces with the Spirit Hall. Dai Mubei's eyes lit up when he heard this. General Dai's right. Joining forces with the Spirit Hall is undoubtedly courting death, and you will die without a burial place if you are not careful. I know why you came, but I can't guarantee it, so you prepare yourself. Dai Yunfei looked at Dai Mubei and said calmly. Prepare for what? Dai Mubei was stunned. He came here this time to ask Dai Yunfei to come out and stop his father. Does he need him to prepare anything? Dai Yunfei just laughed. You know what your father's brain is like. If he agrees, it's fine. If he doesn't agree, you will be the emperor. What the hell? Dai Mubei stood up in shock and looked at Dai Yunfei in disbelief. This was too rebellious. Just tell me if you want to be the emperor or not. If not, I will find Davis. Dai Yunfei seemed to be talking about a very small matter, but in fact he did have the ability. The reason why Dai Yunfei could take charge of the 3 armies was not because the emperor of the Xingluo Empire gave him the position, but because the emperor of the Xingluo Empire could not snatch it. Fortunately, Dai Yunfei himself was devoted to the Xingluo Empire and was only concerned about the prosperity of the Xingluo Empire. It was also because of this that once the emperor was about to make a decision that would shake the Xingluo Empire, Dai Yunfei would not hesitate to change the emperor for the Xingluo Empire. Dai Mubei, who had recovered from the shock, said immediately without being hypocritical, of course, if it really comes to that, I will be the emperor. How could he not be the emperor? After practicing for so many years, he finally got rid of Davis's suppression. Don't let Davis gain the upper hand because of his hesitation. Not bad. You have courage, at least better than your father. Dai Yunfei nodded and praised. At this moment, the emperor of the Xingluo Empire and a group of ministers were still entangled in the affairs of the Xiandao Empire in Anil City, but they didn't know that someone was already planning to change the emperor. As time went by, the continent was very peaceful. Whether it was Anil City or the Xiandao Empire, the 2 sides seemed to have no contact. This temporarily dispelled the worries of the Xingluo Empire. Of course, the biggest reason was that Dai Yunfei found the emperor of the Xingluo Empire. He stated his intention, and then the emperor was scared. He knew Dai Yunfei. As long as it did not affect the safety of the Xingluo Empire, he would obey his orders, even if the emperor did something stupid. But as long as it involved the safety of the Xingluo Empire, like now, he came to you and talked to you about abdication, it was outrageous. Who could stand it? Especially the person who talked to you really had the strength, which was the most terrifying. So the emperor of the Xingluo Empire said that he would wait and see. Facts have proved that Anil City and the Xiandao Empire did not make any moves at all. Dai Yunfei's judgment was the most correct. Bibi Dong was not disappointed about this. It was also within her expectations that the Xingluo Empire would not take action. After all, the big forces that can exist for a long time are not fools. These rumors are still aimed at some small forces, especially the small forces of the Xiandao Empire, and they began to move out of the Xiandao Empire. The main reason is that the 7 sects will re-elect soon, because it is held by the Spirit Hall, and the selected sects will naturally belong to the Spirit Hall. This is beyond doubt. Then the relationship between Anil City and the Spirit Hall is also well known. If Anil City really controls the Xiandao Empire, their life will not be easy. However, this is just the idea of these sects. The Spirit Hall wants the 7 sects to re-elect. Will Yihan let him do it so easily? Now Guime is really speechless, because he has lost people. Recently, he has been monitoring Jin Ringsu and others. Every titled Douluo who walks over in the worship hall must look at him. Isn't it obvious that they know he's there, but just don't do anything? This scared Gui Mei, and he didn't dare to move. Jin Ringsu left with 6 people early this morning. After reporting to Bibi Dong, Gui Mei chased out, and then he came back and lost. Forget it. After all, their strength is stronger than you. Bibi Dong had a headache. What on earth was he going to do with 6 titled Douluo? Thank you, Your Holiness. Gui Mei was relieved at this moment. After all, he was the one who lost them. Send someone down to track down Jin Ringsu and the others. If you find them, you don't have to do anything, just report to me where they are. Bibi Dong said lightly. Yes. Gui Mei accepted the task and left immediately, notifying each branch hall to start looking for people. After all, it was easy to find 6 titled Douluo gathered together, and the target could not be hidden at all. Now Gui Mei was eager to do something to make up for his mistake. Otherwise, he was really afraid that one day Bibi Dong would be unhappy with him and kill him directly. Chapter 245, The world is bustling with people because of profit. Jin Ringsu, who had disappeared, now appeared in front of Anil City, followed by a group of titled Douluo. Xiaoxu, is Yuhan really trustworthy? You know, he is the enemy of the spirit hall. Jin Yi asked with some concern. When in the worship hall, Jin Ringsu talked about her cooperation with Yihan very seriously, which was also agreed by Yihan. Of course, it must be said by people who have experienced the Benjo maple potion. Although Jin Yi and others were a little skeptical, they still trusted Jin Ringsu. Don't worry. Grandpa Jin Yi, you have said it at least a dozen times along the way. Jin Ringsu said speechlessly. Jin Yi laughed and said, I'm worried. Anil City is too strong. If something really happens, we may not be able to protect you. Jin Ringsu was also a little helpless about this. Although she was already level 98, Jin Yi Douluo was still very cautious. After registering, the group directly entered Anil City, just like entering a new world. Here, it's more prosperous than the Spirit City. Ghost Leopard said with some emotion. The other people nodded. Jin Ringsu remembered that she was the same when she came here for the first time, and smiled knowingly. Let's go. Let's take a walk first. Someone is here. Ghost Leopard frowned, and quickly displayed his strength as a titled Douluo, appearing in front of Jin Ringsu in an instant, so fast. Jin Yi and others also looked ahead solemnly, only to see a man in black clothes and a mask appear in front of everyone. The man was obviously stunned when he saw Ghost Leopard. But he quickly calmed down and half knelt down. Master Jin Ringsu, Master Yihan said that if you are done with the tour, you can just hold this token and go to the Dimension Academy. Seeing this, the Ghost Leopard turned his head to look at Jin Ringsu, who nodded, and the Ghost Leopard put away the token. Thank you very much. Then I'll take my leave. As the black-clothed man disappeared, the Ghost Leopard breathed a sigh of relief. It's really weird. I'm a titled Douluo of the agility attack system, and I feel that the speed of that little girl is comparable to mine. Kyanjin and Jiang Mo on the side said in surprise, it's about the same as you. Are you kidding? This little girl is probably only the strength of a Soul King. Do you think I'm kidding? The Ghost Leopard said unhappily. This is the criminal army. The leader is Shifengin Yoruichi, famous for his weirdness and speed. Most of the Soul Masters who can enter the criminal army are agility attack system Soul Masters, and it's not surprising that there are few special ones. Jin Ringsu explained a little. Along the way, the Ghost Leopard no longer entangled, and the group strolled around for a whole morning. To be honest, Jin Yi and the others had already thought that it was enough. Only Jin Ringsu, who had regained her female body, felt that she could stroll around for a while longer. This was a pity for these people. Fortunately, Jin Ringsu still remembered the business, and finally came to the Dimension Academy under Jin Yi's persuasion. After giving the token, the group was quickly taken to the reception room. After waiting for a long time, Yihan slowly appeared. What a big shelf. You left us alone for more than half an hour. Jin Ringsu drank tea and squinted at Yihan. In response, Yihan just said, drink your tea. I've been waiting for you here for more than 2 hours. I left when you didn't come. Who knew you would come without eating? Faced with Yihan's doubts, everyone looked at Jin Ringsu, who smiled awkwardly. Ahem, okay. In this case, I forgive you. Let's go. Yihan stood up helplessly. Take you to eat, otherwise, do you really want to talk on an empty stomach? Jin Ringsu nodded when she heard this, and the group came to the cafeteria of the Dimension Academy. It's so big. There are so many food, I don't know what they are. Jin Ringsu said in surprise. Yi Han was a little speechless. I feel that you have become a lot happier since you became Jin Ringsu. That's for sure. When I was playing Zhu King, I was afraid that I would be exposed every day. That would be a disaster. Jin Ringsu said with a smile. Here. Xiaohan, come quickly. Zhao Lei looked forward to finally seeing Yi Han and others, and stood up and waved. Seeing this, Yi Han led everyone to Zhao Lei's direction, but Jin Yi and others on the side were very cautious. Yu Xiao Douluo, the person next to him should be Bing Douluo. This person is a level 99 extreme Douluo. Jin Yi's words made everyone look at Bing Haoi vigilantly. After all, they had experienced the power of extreme Douluo. Hey, don't be afraid. After dinner, I will take you to a happy place. Zhao Lei didn't know when he had mixed with Jin Yi and his group, and said very familiarly. This scared Gui Bao and others on the side, and they all distanced themselves. Fortunately, Jin Ringsu came forward, and the group finally sat down. Xiaohan, what are you going to do next? After all, the re-election of the 7 sects is imminent. If Bibi Dong controls the 7 sects, it will be out of control. Jin Ringsu said with some concern. Yi Han didn't care much about this, but looked at the people around Jin Ringsu. Although the people you brought are 6 titled Douluo, they should be the few 6 people willing to follow you. Tisk, your words really make people feel uncomfortable. It's really embarrassing to have only 6 people in such a huge organization. I'm just telling the truth. You are away all year round. I guess you have 6 titled Douluo following you because of your grandfather's face, so I wouldn't be surprised even if you come alone. Yi Han said very heartbreakingly. Jin Ringsu's face was slightly dark, and Jin Yi on the side smiled. This Yi Han sees it thoroughly. I'm so annoyed, so I came to you. Jin Ringsu said that we should leave this topic and change another one. To become the leader of an organization, there are only 2 things, legitimacy and a lot of support. You have already achieved legitimacy. Your father is Jin Zunji and your mother is Bibi Dong, both of whom are popes. There should be no one more legitimate than you. As for a lot of support, that is what you have to prepare for next. If the number of people in the spirit hall who support you reaches 80%, you can succeed the Pope now. Yi Han's words were like clearing the fog and seeing the blue sky, which made Jin Ringsu's thoughts clearer. But how to do it specifically? The situation on the mainland is already tense. Once a battle between the 2 forces occurs, it will be a war. Jin Yi spoke slowly. Jin Ringsu was also a little worried when she heard this. Yes. And there is no chance to improve my support. Yi Han showed a playful smile. As the saying goes, the world is bustling for profit. The world is bustling for profit. Human greed will never disappear. There is no opportunity. We can create opportunities. There are too many things that can improve reputation. Don't laugh. You must have thought of something. Tell me. Jin Ringsu said excitedly. Remember the ruins in the far north? There is a weapon of the god of fire in it. Yi Han smiled. Jin Ringsu immediately understood what Yi Han meant. If she could take out this weapon, her reputation would definitely be unparalleled. Moreover, this weapon belongs to Yi Han, and it is not for anyone to take it away. Do you mean to give it to me? Jin Ringsu looked at Yi Han with some expectation. Yi Han rolled his eyes when he heard that. You're thinking about Peach. I'm just borrowing it for you. Tisk. Stingy. You know, when the Xiandao Empire came out, it made it clear that everything inside had been taken, and all of a sudden, the Spirit Hall and the Xingluo Empire didn't want to go in. On the one hand, it was because they had to ask Yi Han for help to go in, and on the other hand, if what the Xiandao Empire said was true, there would be nothing inside. Wouldn't that be a waste of money? It just so happened that the Xingluo Empire was in chaos at the time, and the Spirit Hall was preparing to take action against the 7 Treasures Glazed sect, so no one deliberately verified whether the Xiandao Empire's statement was true or not. However, if Jin Ringsu could go in and take out the artifact, she would have a crucial bargaining chip in her hand, and her reputation would skyrocket for a while. Chapter 246 Reputation Improvement Plan. After discussing the details, Yi Han left. Jin Ringsu led everyone to a place behind the Xingdao Great Forest, where Jin Daoliu was buried. Looking at the tombstone, Jin Ringsu felt a little sad, but more determined. Grandpa, I will definitely revive you. This time, it's my turn to protect you. Wait for me. Is this Jin Daoliu's tomb? Jin Yi also felt a little emotional. Jin Daoliu, who was full of vigor and vitality and unparalleled at the time, died here in the end. But looking back at the current development of Anal City, I think Jin Daoliu's death is not a loss. Mourning. Gibeo didn't know what to say and could only say these two words. Soon, the group paid tribute to Jin Daoliu and left. Now we act according to the plan. According to Yihan's intention, it will be divided into 2 steps. The first step is that we need to attract everyone's attention to the ruins again. Yihan and the current female Emperor Zuzai of the Xiandao Empire will cooperate with us on this point. Jin Ringsu confirmed it again, and everyone nodded seriously. Yihan's method was very simple. He asked Esdeath to make a batch of keys, and then sent a team to the far north Moan city to prepare to open the ruins again. Jin Ringsu deliberately let Bibidong know their location, and then snatched a key to enter the ruins. Although it seems that it does not attract much attention, there is a special thing, that is, the cooperation of Zuzai from the Xiandao Empire. As the plan was implemented, Bibidong received the news quickly, and Gui Mei was relieved. After all, he had been searching for a long time and finally found it. Your Holiness, Jin Ring suggests stole the key to Anal City. Gui Mei handed over the information respectfully. Bibidong took the information and looked at it carefully, and her memory slowly emerged. After all, the matter of the ruins was also a sensation. Since Jin Ringsu stole things from Anal City this time, it must be something extraordinary. And since Anal City would secretly send people into the ruins again, it seems that there are still some unknown secrets in this ruins. I remember that they have 10 places. You and Yu Guangui take someone to go quickly and go in with them. Yihan waited for a day before issuing an official document, angrily denouncing the behavior of the Spirit Hall. Yes, it was not Jin Ringsu, but the Spirit Hall, and the one who was angrily denouncing was also Bibidong. For a moment, everyone looked at the forgotten ruins again. Why did Yihan send people to the ruins again? Why did the Spirit Hall want to rob? These are not trivial matters. At this moment, the Xiandao Empire seemed to think that the current situation was not hot enough, and added fuel to the fire again, clearly stating that the Xiandao Empire did not take out the artifact from the ruins at the beginning. For a moment, everyone figured out why Anal City would send people to the ruins again, and why the Spirit Hall would send people to rob the key. If the artifact inside was not taken away, then everything makes sense. At one time, the continent was once again in turmoil, and a large number of soul masters gathered in the Moan city in the far north. Jin Ringsu was waiting for someone at this moment. Who was she waiting for? Of course, it was the person sent by Bibidong. Here we are. Ghost Leopard said with a smile. Jin Ringsu smiled and said, then let's go and open the ruins. The group of people went to the stone tablet of the ruins in a mighty manner and put in the keys one by one. Seeing the ghost of the light column in the distance, Yu Guan and Shilong accelerated again, and finally arrived at the time when they did not hesitate to consume a lot of soul power. Young master, slow down. Slow down. Yu Guan said loudly. Jin Ringsu turned around and said in a serious tone, Ghost Douluo, Chrysanthemum Douluo, Snake Spear Douluo, why are you here? This. Yu Guan was embarrassed. If he said directly that Bibidong sent them to rob things, could Jin Ringsu let them in? His Holiness the Pope is worried about the safety of the young master, so he sent us to protect the young master. After all, the young master robbed the things of Anal City. Shilong racked his brains to come up with such an excuse. The demon bear and others on the side looked at Shilong with a bad face. What do you mean, we can't protect the young master? Facing 6 pairs of eyes staring at him, Shilong was scared and smiled awkwardly. No, we are just in case. Jin Ringsu waved her hand and looked at the 3 people in front of her with a serious face. I know your purpose, and I know Bibidong's purpose. I don't care, but don't make small moves for me. Each of you depends on your ability. The 3 looked at each other when they heard it. Thank you for your understanding, young master. Jin Ringsu no longer paid attention to it, opened the ruins, and everyone went in. For the 3 people in Yuguan, Jin Ringsu was just waiting for them. She activated the artifact herself and someone had to report it to Bibidong. The people around her were the most suitable. As for the matter of each depending on their ability, she did rely on her ability to ask Yihan for help. Nothing wrong. This time entering the ruins was very different from the last time. The surrounding walls were already dilapidated. It was obvious that it was the work of the Xiandao Empire. But Jin Ringsu didn't care about it. A group of people followed Jin Ringsu and went straight to the place where the artifact was stored. It was also the only intact room. There was a golden spear wrapped in flames in it. Just looking at it made people feel a burst of heat and murderous aura. It's really a good thing. Jin Yi said with some emotion. You know, the 6 of them all knew that this was left by Yihan. Now it looks like a really good thing. They are even wondering if it is really the artifact of the god of fire. How about it? Do you 3 want to try it? Don't say that I didn't give you a chance and go to Bibidong to complain. Jin Ringsu said with a playful smile. The 3 of them smiled awkwardly. No. Go and try it. Jin Ringsu insisted. Seeing this, Yu Guan looked at Ji Yuimei and nodded to each other. In this case, we would rather obey than respect. Shilong, you have the lowest strength, go and try it first. Shilong was stunned. Although he knew that he was a test subject, he was still excited in his heart. After all, he was a human. I always think too much? Now Shilong is thinking that if he gets the approval of the god of fire, then he will be able to rise to the top. Okay. Shilong walked towards the spear with excitement and stretched out his hand to hold it. The next moment, a large amount of solar flames appeared. Shilong quickly activated his martial soul to resist, but unfortunately, the next moment, even his martial soul began to burn. The hot energy not only burned Shilong, but the latter quickly retreated and kept extinguishing the flames with his soul power. It took a while to completely extinguish the flames. This was when Yihan showed mercy, otherwise he would definitely burn him to death on the spot. Facing the embarrassed Shilong, Ji Yuimei and Yu Guan both had their pupils shrink. You know, even their soul power was burned just now. Shilong's weapon martial soul will be burned, so won't my plant-type martial soul be in trouble? Yu Guan's face was solemn now. Although his martial soul was the fairy grass Kirin Tong Xianju, this fairy grass was not immune to fire. Ghost Douluo, Chrysanthemum Douluo? What about you? Jin Ringsu smiled playfully. Seeing this, Ji Yuimei could only bite the bullet and walk up. He was covered with soul power early and slowly approached the spear. Unfortunately, the result was basically no different from Shilong. Even the old ghost's martial soul is burning. It is worthy of being the artifact of the god of fire. Yu Guan said with some emotion. Jin Ringsu rolled her eyes. Doesn't Zhu Daoluo plan to give it a try? Of course. Even though he knew that he and the spear were not compatible, Yu Guan still wanted to give it a try. After all, he was a 97 level title Daoluo. What if he succeeded? The idea was good, but it was a pity that it was very skinny. Because the martial soul was a plant, it burned more severely. For a while, the fire could not be extinguished. This made Jin Ringsu and his group laugh. After all, it was not common to see Yu Guan rolling on the ground, especially Yu Guan who loved cleanliness. With the failure of the 3 people, it was officially said that they had no chance to get the artifact. This is not easy to report. Ji Yuimei said in a low voice. Yu Guan said somewhat embarrassedly, if we can't succeed, they may not be able to succeed either. If Jin Ringsu heard this, she would definitely tell them that she could guarantee 100% success. Chapter 247, The Spirit Hall's people are not accepted. In the far north, inside the ruins. How about it? Do you 3 want to try again? Jin Ringsu smiled playfully at the embarrassed 3 people. Yu Guan's face changed when he heard this, and he smiled a little embarrassedly. No, it seems that we have no chance with the artifact. Yes. Let's try it, young master. Shilong said a little embarrassedly. Jin Ringsu nodded and looked at Jin Yi and others. Grandpa Jin Yi, do you want to try it? Jin Yi and others were stunned and said helplessly, I am an old man. I believe Xiaoxia can get the so-called artifact. The 6 of them are insiders. Of course they know that no one can take this weapon away except Jin Ringsu. Jin Ringsu just pretended. In that case, then I will try it. Jin Ringsu walked towards the spear, and under the nervous gaze of everyone, she stretched out her hand to hold the spear, and a violent flame suddenly burst out. Such a change made everyone's face change. Even Jin Ringsu was startled, but the next moment she felt that the flame in her hand had no temperature. Suddenly she remembered what Yihan said when he left, take it with confidence, I will add some special effects to you later. Is this a special effect? Jin Ringsu murmured to herself, but she was sure that nothing would happen, so she took it with confidence. For a moment, the sun's fire wrapped Jin Ringsu, and a beam of flame shot up into the sky. The entire ruins began to break layer by layer. The violent momentum and a large amount of flames forced Yu Guan and others to retreat. Boom! After a while, the entire ruins collapsed, and then began to slowly disappear. Jinriksu floated in the air, like the god of fire. In fact, the ruins should have disappeared since the last time. After all, the real good things were taken away, and there was no need for the ruins to exist. But at the beginning, Yuhan deliberately got rid of the 7 gods to maintain the ruins for a period of time in order to make a fortune. I didn't expect that it would have such a big effect in the end. Because of this incident, the crowd watching also witnessed it all, especially at this moment. Jinriksu was holding a spear, covered in flames, but she didn't seem to be injured at all, which attracted more attention. As the ruins were completely revealed, the flames on Jinriksu slowly disappeared. Jinriksu, floating in the air, said loudly, "I am just choosing the successor on behalf of the god of fire. Those who are destined to pass the test will join my army." Jinriksu's words were like a bolt from the blue, and the continent went completely crazy. "Quick! Notify His Holiness the Pope." Yu Guan swallowed his saliva and said excitedly. The ghostly figure had disappeared. Jinriksu landed. Jin-Yi and others surrounded Jinriksu, and their spirit rings were released one after another. Even Yu Guan was in this team. On the one hand, he was also very interested in the inheritance of the god of fire, and on the other hand, after all, the worship hall and the spirit hall belonged to the same family. Faced with a strong lineup of 8 titled Douluo, these people were scared and could only watch Jinriksu leave. However, the trend of joining the spirit hall was suddenly brought up. As soon as the group returned to Wuhan City, they were called over by Bibi Dong. Jinriksu did not refuse and led everyone to the main hall of Wuhan Temple. "Since you can get the recognition of the god of fire, why didn't you bring it back last time?" Bibi Dong asked doubtfully. He still felt that this matter was a bit coincidental. Yuhan and Jinriksu had thought about this problem a long time ago and had thought of a reason. At that time, my identity was Zhu King. If I got the weapon, regardless of whether Yuhan would snatch it away, the Xiandao Empire would definitely not sit idly by. And you also saw that the ruins disappeared after taking the artifact away. I would definitely not be able to hide it at that time. Bibi Dong thought about it and it was true. If it was really planned by Jinriksu, then the ruins would not disappear. After all, after a lot of experiments, the ruins were really related to the gods. Since it was related to the gods, then there was no way Jinriksu would conspire with the gods to deceive her. "You did a good job this time." Bibi Dong looked at Jinriksu with satisfaction, and then said as a matter of course, "Later, I will arrange for someone I trust to test you to see if you can get the recognition of the god of fire." Jinriksu chuckled and said with some disdain, "Remember, we are the worship hall, not the spirit hall. Even if our relationship is not ordinary, we have no relationship since you killed my grandfather." Jinriksu. Bibi Dong's eyes were full of frost, and she shouted sternly, "You want to betray the spirit hall? Haha. The worship hall is originally the same place as the spirit hall, so how can you betray? You want the inheritance and artifacts of the god of fire? Sure. If you get my recognition to join the worship hall, I will give it a try. If it really succeeds, I will not be stingy." Jinriksu left without paying attention to Bibi Dong's ugly face. As time went on, a large number of casual cultivators joined the spirit hall, and the number could almost set a record high in history, and there were many very strong ones among them. But as time went on, the people who joined also found something wrong. They had not seen any inheritance that they were promised when they joined. Under a lot of doubts, Bibi Dong could only speak out. The existence of the worship hall appeared in front of everyone for the first time. Xiaoxu, more and more people have joined the spirit hall. All of us are spies, none of them are sincere. Is there something wrong with our plan? Shenglong said with some worry. You know, in just 1 month, there was an endless stream of people coming to the worship hall. Anyone who drank Yuhan's potion said that the results were arranged by Bibi Dong. Don't worry, there should be a result soon. Jinriksu said calmly. Time passed day by day, and after the first person came to the worship hall but was driven out, it became out of control. People were driven out every day, but the reason why this person was driven out was the key, because they joined the spirit hall. Although the worship hall and the spirit hall belonged to the same family, they were not in harmony. Then Jinriksu came out and said directly, "We, the worship hall, do not accept people from the spirit hall." This caused a huge uproar. Why did so many people join the spirit hall? They went there for the inheritance, but now? The worship hall does not want people who join the spirit hall. All of a sudden, the entire spirit hall rebounded. As many people joined as joined at the beginning, So many people left now. If you want to talk about sanctions, then now it is a situation where the law does not punish the masses. Even some spirit masters who were originally from the spirit hall left the spirit hall and prepared to join the worship hall. Anyway, both of them are in the spirit city and are colleagues, but the relationship is not good. All of this was discussed by Yuhan and Jinring-su. After all, the popularity of the worship hall is really low. Even if Jinring-su said it, it would be suppressed by Bibidong in the end. It is better to be vague directly. All spirit masters are already from the spirit hall. After joining, let them slowly discover it by themselves, and then they will willingly join the worship hall. It has to be said that this method is really cruel, but the effect is very significant. Now Jin-E and the others were grinning from ear to ear. A large number of independent cultivators volunteered to join the worship hall, and the entire worship hall became lively. Jinring-su didn't want all of them. She chose some with potential and good strength. As for their character, there was no need to worry. With Benjo Feng's medicine, they could just ask them. Jinring-su, what on earth are they going to do? Bibidong muttered to herself. Everyone below lowered their heads. They couldn't touch Bibidong's bad luck at this time. Yugwen, you say. Yugwen's body trembled, and the corners of his mouth twitched slightly, but he still said with a stiff upper lip, no matter what the reason is, after all, the worship hall is still affiliated with the spirit hall, so I think it won't hurt for the worship hall to become stronger, and Jinring-su is also very restrained in the people she recruits. Bibidong tapped the handle of the chair lightly. I hope so. The matter of the re-election of the 7 sects will be handled by Shilong. Yugwen, you and Gimri must keep a close eye on Jinring-su, and tell me if there is any movement. Yes. The two looked at each other, their faces a little bitter, but Bibidong's orders could not be questioned. Chapter 248 Changes and Callbacks to Future Trajectories. It has been nearly 2 months since Jinring-su obtained the artifact. The most talked about thing in the whole continent now is Jinring-su and the worship hall. Of course, Yihan also has a lot of credit. According to the plan, Jinring-su also stopped when she saw the good, and only recruited some necessary people to fill the worship hall, and did not make things too stiff with the spirit hall. Xiaoxu, it has been so long, and there is still no news about Yihan. Shenglong asked anxiously. Jinring-su hadn't said anything yet, and Jin-E on the side smiled and said, why are you so anxious, old man? We have already achieved such a significant effect. There is no need to rush for this moment. Yes. I think what the second worshipper said makes sense. Isn't it said that haste makes waste? Kyanjin echoed on the side. I agree. You two brothers are really leisurely. I think you are too much to be punished, and you don't know the seriousness of the situation at all. Shenglong said unhappily. Of course we know. Haven't we been trying to find out the news during this period? The date and process of the re-election of the 7 sects are basically clear. Jiang Mo took out a lot of information, indicating that he was not idle. Jinring-su nodded, although Yihan is indeed helping us, we can't just wait forever. We also have to make our own plans, so I asked Jinjun and others to check these, but I'm still hesitant. What's there to hesitate about? If it's up to me, just knock them down. Mo Shuang waved his fist and suggested. Gui Bao on the side looked at Mo Shuang speechlessly. Young master is hesitant because the re-election of the 7 sects can indeed strengthen the spirit hall, but if it is prevented, even if the young master is in charge of the spirit hall in the end, he will definitely be criticized. That's right, but it's still early now, let's take it one step at a time. Jinring-su sighed. In the Camelot Palace of Leah in Anil City. Yihan and his group, including Tang San and others, are also sitting here. Don't ask why they are here. The answer is that Leah's palace is comfortable and there are many delicious foods. Tell me, what are you doing here this time? Yihan stretched his body lazily. In this time of war, it is rare to have a period of rest. It must be bad news that Tang San brought the Shrek 7 devils to find him at this time. Tang San looked at Yihan's posture and said speechlessly, Zio Han, you can't slack off. Cultivation is like sailing against a current. If you don't advance, you will retreat. You have to. Stop. Zio-san, I am already level 78. Taking a few days off is a combination of work and rest. You see, I am only level 65. And you came to me just to talk about this. During this period of time, Yihan has been avoiding Tang San. It is not because he has any prejudice or misunderstanding against Tang San, But during this period of time, Tang San made Yihan understand what it means to be a chatterbox. Whenever the two meet, Tang San can chat with Yihan from various angles, talking about cultivation, hidden weapons, Tang Sect, future development, love, cough. No, it should be about his love with Xiao Wu. In short, Yihan is scared. If he can't afford to provoke me, can't he avoid me? Although my strength is indeed not as good as yours, this is not a reason for you to slack off. Even if you don't talk about soul power, it should be necessary to get up every day to practice the purple demon pupil. Tang San kept talking. Yihan sat up with a look of despair. Can we talk about something serious? What on earth do you want to talk to me about? Why didn't I know you were so talkative when I read novels before? What is a novel? Tang San looked at Yihan in confusion. Yihan wanted to explain, but when he opened his mouth, he found that he didn't know how to explain for a while. 1 or 2 sentences can't explain it clearly, so why don't you tell me what you are here for? Oh, that's it. Tang San was still very serious when talking about serious matters. You talked about the hatred between me and the spirit hall last time, and I also talked to my father about it. I think you are right, but my strength is indeed very weak, so I am going to leave Anil City to practice for a while. This time I came to say goodbye. Yihan's eyes lit up, took over the conversation, and looked at Tang San with great expectation. No, I want to ask you if you want to go with us. I also learned from the teacher that there is a Sea God's Divine test on Sea God Island, and we decided to give it a try. Tang San explained. Speaking of Sea God Island, Yihan became serious for a while. You know, the plot of Sea God was unfolded because of the pressure from the Spirit Hall. I didn't expect that even after recruiting Tang San to Anil City, he still couldn't avoid the Sea God Island. Although Tang San's subsequent achievements in the original work are directly related to Sea God Island, many things have changed now, such as Tang San's 6th spirit ring is not the 100,000-year spirit ring sacrificed by Xiao Wu. For example, the vast universe cover is now in Yihan's hands, not Tang San, and the Sea God's heart inside is the key to Sea God Island. As for stopping Tang San from going to Sea God Island, there is no need at all. Even if Tang San didn't go to Sea God Island, he still has the inheritance of Shurigan brought from the Slaughter City. We won't go. You should know that if we want to find the divine test, we would have found it long ago, and we have to stay here to stabilize the Spirit Hall. Yihan said with a smile. Tang San felt a little sorry when he heard this, but thinking about the experience of Yihan and others, he understood. In this case, we will set off for Sea God Island in a while. Okay, come on. I hope you can obtain the inheritance of Sea God. Yihan said with a smile. Thank you for your good wishes. I hope you can take care of Tang Sect during this period. As long as nothing serious happens, it will be fine. I have already established a basic development, and there will be no problem basically. Yihan nodded in agreement. It must be said that Tang San is worthy of being the son of destiny. Without the 3 sects of the 4 clans with single attributes, many people were still found to join them, especially the Blacksmith Association in Jiangxin City was poached by Tang San. In this way, plus the existence of the Power Clan, Tang Sect can be said to have a firm grasp on the forging of weapons. It's okay now. It's okay now, you can leave. Seeing that Tang San was still not leaving, Yihan had a bad premonition in his heart and hurriedly reminded Tang San. Unfortunately, Tang San said maliciously, Xiao Han, I hope you can help us with special training during this period. Find the old poison. Or Uncle Zhao, or Old Man Bing, why find me? Yihan complained helplessly. Tang San spread his hands helplessly. Xiao Douluo and Bing Douluo are impossible to find. As for Poison Douluo, they are basically poisonous and not suitable for special training. You are the most suitable. Fatty just took the potion to solve the evil fire, so he naturally needs some special training. Anyway, get rid of it. Yihan stood up slowly after hearing this, looking for abuse, right? Satisfy you, let's go to the Dimension Academy. I just feel a little unhappy recently. Seeing that Tang San and others insisted on looking for abuse, Yihan planned to stretch his muscles. And for this reason, Yihan notified most of the people, which led to a large number of people in the Dimension Academy now, including Ning Fengzi of the 7 Treasures Glazed Sect, Gurong Chengxin, and Yu Yuansun of the Blue Lightning Tyrannosaurus Rex family. Soul beasts such as Emperor Xiang City, 4 clans with single attributes, and Tang San's father, etc. Is it necessary to make such a big scene? Oscar looked at the audience and felt a little scared. Ma Hongjin also swallowed his saliva and said, "Brother San, if we lose, we will be ruined." Tang San also smiled helplessly, looking at Yuhan who was grinning. He said speechlessly, "Just fight with all your might and show your style. As for winning, I think it's better to forget it. I didn't even think about winning. I'm afraid of being killed instantly, that would be so embarrassing. You also know how perverted these people are," Oscar said in a low voice. Tang San could only shake his head. Anyway, things had come to this point, so he had to fight. Could it be that he wanted to escape from the battlefield? That would be more embarrassing than losing. Chapter 249, Uruk is incomplete without the king with Chunibao. A large number of people have gathered in the training ground of the Dimension Academy. On one side is the Shrek 7 Devils led by Tang San, and on the other side is the Dimension team led by Yihan. The two sides are facing each other from a distance, just like the high-level Spirit Master competition. What do you mean? Single duel or group fight? Yihan asked with a smile. After all, this is also the fight proposed by Tang San. It has been decided to give him a social beating. Let Tang San choose how to be beaten. Tang San smiled and said with a slight thought, "Our tacit understanding is not very low, so I hope it is a personal battle. Only by knowing your own problems can you effectively understand your own problems." Yihan nodded after hearing this. "Understood. In this case, for the sake of fairness, Sect Master Ning will be the referee. Uncle Zhao, if we can't stop, you will stop us." Everyone nodded. Although Ning Fengzi is Ning Rongrong's father, he is also known to be upright. It is also a top priority to let Zhao Lei protect him. After all, if he can't stop, something big will happen. Then the first match. As Yihan finished speaking, Esdeath stood up. "I'll do it. I haven't fought for a long time and my body is a little weak." Facing Esdeath who stood up generously, Tang San looked behind him. "Don't feel pressured, just do your best." Esdeath is a controlled type Spirit Master, and she is very restrained against the strong attack type Spirit Master. So I plan to play myself or Zhuking in this match. Daimyo Bei, who was originally eager to try, was stunned for a moment, and sat down a little depressed. "Okay. What Zio-Sam said makes sense. Actually, why not let me do it?" Oscar suddenly spoke, and everyone looked at Oscar. The latter scratched his head embarrassedly. "After all, I have some combat power, and I have Yihan's spirit skills, so I should be able to fight." Tang San thought for a while and nodded, agreeing, "Okay, be careful." On the field, looking at Oscar who was walking up, Esdeath looked at Tang San with a bad face. "Look down on me." Such a sharp look made Tang San smile awkwardly. Oscar on the side also hurriedly explained, "General Esdeath, it's not that I look down on you. This is my own decision. I have been training under you for a while. I plan to see the results of my training. In addition, I may use hidden weapons." Esdeath's face also became much better after hearing this. "It's up to you." Oscar has indeed been training in Esdeath's military camp during this period. With 5 years of foundation, Oscar has really changed a lot. Even if any training is very strenuous, he still persists. This also made Esdeath look at Oscar with some new eyes. Not bad, with such courage, at least he can stand in front of Rongrong. Gurong nodded with satisfaction. Chenzin on the side pursed his lips. "Humph. This Oscar better show some strength. Be a little more tolerant to young people." Yu Yuanzhan laughed on the side. Chenzin and Gurong just smiled at this. They have always been very tolerant of young people, but for the pig that digs their cabbage, sorry, what is tolerance? Since both sides have come on stage, I declare the battle to begin. Ning Fengzi said with a smile, and left a martial arts training ground. As the battle began, a group of people led by Shisu suddenly pulled up a banner on one side. "Come on, General Esdeath. You are the strongest." Esdeath also gave his subordinates a confident smile, and there was another round of cheers. Facing Esdeath, Oscar did not dare to be careless at all. The moment Ning Fengzi said to start, he had already eaten the mushroom sausage and flew into the air, holding this huge Lian crossbow in his hand, and shot out a number of hidden weapons. The cold air around Esdeath burst out, and all the nearby crossbows froze and fell to the ground. He stretched out his right hand and aimed at Oscar. With a wave of his hand, a huge ice block fell from the sky. Oscar's pupils shrank, and the whole person dodged quickly. With the speed of the mushroom sausage, he barely avoided it, but the time for flying was up, and Esdeath was close to him at the moment he landed. For a while, the two of them exchanged fists and feet. "You are too slow. Is this how you have trained during this period?" Esdeath said sternly. Oscar took a deep breath, kept defending and dodging, but he was always hit, and the scars on his body became more and more. Oscar knew that Esdeath was instructing him to fight in close combat. So Esdeath did not use his martial soul, and he had persisted until now. When they met again, Oscar repelled Esdeath with force, took out the recovery sausage and ate it quickly. "Thank you, General Esdeath. I don't have much strength left, so please take my last move." Esdeath stopped attacking after hearing this, and looked at Oscar with interest. Sixth soul skill, Mirror Sausage. After eating the mirror sausage, a huge city appeared behind Oscar. It was Yihan Zurich, and the ability used was also Yihan's fourth soul skill, the King's Cannon. Everyone who saw Oscar use this move for the first time was still very surprised. Isn't this Yihan's ability? It seems that Oscar's sixth soul skill is not simple. Although it's the same, it's too different. Chenzin keenly felt that the energy inside was pitifully small, and it was not comparable to Yihan at all. Esdeath was also a little disappointed. She had seen this move before. It was just for show. Although you use the King's Cannon, you are not recognized by Uruk. Your people are just puppets. You will never be able to use the full power of the King's Cannon without being recognized. Uruk is incomplete without the king with the second-year syndrome. Yihan? I was touched. The fourth soul skill, General Biglin. Esdeath, holding the ice sword, had a serious face. The army behind her was much stronger than the high-level Soul Master competition. At this moment, the army had a large number of cavalry. A large number of troops met the flying treasure of the King's Cannon without fear of life and death. This fake treasure can even block some ordinary soldiers. If it weren't for the amazing number, it might not kill a single ice soldier. A large number of soldiers directly broke through Uruk. Oscar's mouth was bleeding, and he flew out and fell to the ground. Esdeath was already standing beside him. "You lose." "Yes. Thank you, Esdeath, for your advice. I have a question. Can you tell me what you meant by the King of Uruk?" Oscar asked expectantly. Esdeath smiled and looked at Yihan, who was frowning. "This is Iohan's skill after all. You can ask him for advice. Go get treatment first. The winner is Esdeath." As Ning Fengzi announced, the Shrek 7 devils ran over quickly. Ning Rongrong asked nervously, "Are you okay?" "It's okay." General Esdeath held back. Oscar said with a smile. Daimyo thought about the phantom before, and said with some lingering fear, "They are stronger. Make way. Make way." At this moment a female voice sounded behind Tang San and others, and then Tang San was directly pushed away, and Yi Lingling said unhappily, "What are you doing here? Are you healing spirit masters? I am a medical staff in this battle, so get out of the way if you are fine." Seeing that it was a doctor, everyone dispersed. Doctors are very respected in Anil City. Because of the hospital, a large number of doctors or auxiliary spirit masters have their own destinations, because there are many civilians and spirit masters who have been treated. So the status of doctors in Anil City is still very high. Yi Lingling's martial spirit nine-hearted begonia quickly healed Oscar, and Oscar also touched his chest with some magic. "Thank you." Chapter 250, Strange Illusion, I Can Beat It. After some cleaning up, the candidates for the second match were quickly chosen. Shifengin Yi vs. Daimyo Bei. Originally, Tang San was going to go up by himself. After all, Yi's ability was strange and he was a good training target, but when he saw Shifengin Yi, Daimyo Bei said that he wanted to go on the court. "Zio-san, please let me go on the court. I can't forget Yi's 1-on-7 against us. After so many years of training, I can definitely beat Yi." Daimyo Bei's eyes were full of fighting spirit. Tang San didn't want to hide him, so he could only pat Daimyo Bei on the shoulder. "Just do your best, don't leave yourself with regrets." This match is between Shifengin Yi and Daimyo Bei. The game begins. First soul skill, White Tiger Bodyguard. Third soul skill, White Tiger Vajra Transformation. Fifth soul skill, White Tiger Demon God Transformation. Daimyo Bei directly filled up the buff at the beginning, not daring to neglect it at all. Only those who have fought with Yi know how terrifying Yi's strength is. "I won't lose this time," Daimyo Bei said seriously, and rushed towards Yi quickly. The latter took a half step back to avoid Daimyo Bei's punch and stretched out his hand. Fourth soul skill, Ghost Way, 9 ways of binding, Collapse Wheel. Counting to the yellow rope-like spirit particles, Daimyubei was instantly locked from all directions. I won't lose again. Daimyubei's soul power exploded, directly shattering the collapse wheel. Seeing this, Yi disappeared from the spot in an instant, looking at Daimyubei with a headache. What a trouble. Good fight. Boss die. Seeing Daimyubei break free from the collapse wheel so easily, the Shrek 7 Devils were really excited. After all, in the high-level Soul Master competition, Yi's collapse wheel made them suffer. Don't even think about running. 4th soul skill, White Tiger Meteor Shower. Facing Yi's quick dodge, Daimyubei confidently used a ranged soul skill, but unfortunately Yi appeared in front of him the next moment. You really only care about eating and not fighting. 3rd soul skill, Counter Ghost Killing. The original soul power dissipated in an instant, and Daimyubei quickly crossed his hands. Yi's kick followed and directly knocked Daimyubei away. 6th soul skill, White Tiger Destruction Kill. Yi, who had just stood still, saw such a huge soul power and said speechlessly, "It's a bit too much? Really, I just want to mess around, do you have to?" 2nd soul skill, Empty Cicada. Facing such a Yi, Daimyubei was very excited. I can win, I suppressed Yi, I can win. A coat was destroyed, and Yi looked obviously unhappy. Tisk tisk. It's annoying. Since you are so confused, don't blame me for hitting you. Daimyubei turned a deaf ear and quickly approached Yi. He opened so many buffs, and the soul power consumed was also considerable, so naturally he couldn't waste time. 5th soul skill, Instant Open. A fierce white light instantly enveloped Yi, and Daimyubei flew backwards. These are all soul power. The people present still had some vision, and they all looked at Yi in horror. Instant Opening is a fighting technique that combines white fighting and ghost arts. The back and shoulders of the practitioner who uses this technique will be entangled by highly concentrated and compressed ghost arts, and then through explosion, the ghost arts and their own limbs will be combined into one to fight. A light wave of the hand can cause great destructive power. Daimyubei also took a breath of cold air, and the complacency that had suppressed Yi instantly cooled down. Yes, not only has he improved over the years, but also Shifengin Yi, the hurdle that he has always been unable to overcome, is improving. The battle is over from now on. Little tiger. Yi disappeared instantly. The next moment, Daimyubei only felt a pain in his abdomen and fell to the ground, vomiting the residue in his stomach. Sorry, I haven't used this move for a long time. It's a bit heavy. Yi said insincerely. Unfortunately, Daimyubei couldn't speak at all at this moment, and he curled up on the ground to relieve the pain. Shifengin Yi wins. As Yi won, the criminal army led by Bai Chengxiang instantly appeared on the field, and the fireworks in their hands were released one after another. Congratulations, Master Yi. All the criminal soldiers said respectfully. Yi scratched his head and said, Xiang, there's no need to be so troublesome. We still need to clean up like this. This is what Master Yi deserves. As for the venue, we criminal soldiers will handle it. Bai Chengxiang waved his hand, and the criminal soldiers moved quickly. Yi Lingling's treatment on one side had not yet ended, but this side had already cleaned up. Boss Dai, you are already very strong. You suppressed Sister Yi throughout the whole process. It's amazing. Ningrongrong and Xiao Wu saw that Daimyubei was a little frustrated, and hurriedly comforted him. Seeing this, Mo Hongjin and Oscar also hurriedly said, Yes. Boss Dai, only you and Xiao San can go up. If we go up, I guess we can't even withstand the collapse of the wheel. Thank you. It seems that I haven't worked hard enough, but this time I also saw a lot of my shortcomings, which can be regarded as a benefit. Daimyubei felt the kindness of his companions and said with some emotion. After both sides cleaned up for a while, the combatants were confirmed again. But this was not a wonderful battle. Yi Han was quite surprised to see the other side put out Ningrongrong, so he did not take advantage and let Ben Tiaofeng go up. As for Tang San, he originally did not plan to put Ningrongrong on the field, but Ningrongrong insisted on going on the field. During this period, because of Oscar, Ningrongrong also received training, including military training, as well as training from Gu Rong and Chen Zin. At first, Chen Zin and Gu Rong did not agree at all. They believed that auxiliary spirit masters should not fight, and they were reluctant to let Ningrongrong suffer, but Ningrongrong finally agreed after much persuasion. These were actually the decisions Ningrongrong made when she saw Oscar training in the army. In order to protect her, Oscar sweated profusely every day, and even ignored some injuries on his body. She did not want to be the focus of Oscar being pinned down by the enemy one day, so even if she could not be as strong as Esdeath, she had to have some fighting ability. "Hello." Ben Tiaofeng greeted. Ningrongrong said seriously, "Be careful, Xiaofeng. Come on, President, defeat this little princess." The one who said this was Ningguanji, who had been oppressed since childhood, so he was naturally very excited. "The president will win." The people from the pharmacy guild shouted excitedly, making Ben Tiaofeng blush slightly. The game begins. After Ning Fengzi finished speaking, Ningrongrong shot out this huge crossbow. Ben Tiaofeng stood quietly and looked at Ningrongrong. The latter was shocked. "Xiaofeng, get out of the way." Ding ding ding. Why? The crossbow arrows shot at Ben Tiaofeng's body and fell to the ground one after another. Ben Tiaofeng looked at Ningrongrong with a puzzled look. Ningrongrong only remembered at this time that Ben Tiaofeng was a defensive spirit master, and his defense must be terrifying. With this in mind, Ningrongrong could be said to have used every means possible. Ben Tiaofeng did not even release a single soul skill, and just stood there quietly. Finally, Ningrongrong looked at Ben Tiaofeng breathlessly. "How about, let's call it a draw?" "Phew, I'm so tired." "Why is it a draw?" Before Ben Tiaofeng could speak, Ningguanji on the side shouted, "You can't even break the president's defense, and you still call it a draw? You're giving yourself face." Ningrongrong's mouth twitched slightly. Ever since Ningguanji joined the pharmacy guild, the kid who had always been bullied by her has also become tough. But Xiaofeng is not fast, and his attack power is not high. Ningrongrong said helplessly, "If that's the case, shouldn't we see who has better physical strength? Actually, it doesn't have to be like this. I still have a way to determine the winner." Ben Tiaofeng took out a bottle of potion from his arms. "This is a bottle of failed potion. Just shake it like this, and then throw it out. It will. Bang. It will explode." Ningrongrong looked at the explosion on the side, and looked at Ben Tiaofeng speechlessly. "You have this ability, why don't you use it earlier? If you had used it earlier, wouldn't I have given up long ago?" "I give up," Ningrongrong said. "Good fight. President, I will be your fan from now on." Ningguanji shouted excitedly. At this moment another voice was also sounded. It was the Titan Snow Demon King Atai. "Sister Feng is invincible. Sister Feng is the strongest." The man and the beast looked at each other with sympathy. "As long as you praise Sister Feng, we are friends." Looking at the two noisy brainless fans, Hanzhou Feng's face turned slightly red. Yi Han glanced at Yi, and Xingjun on the side calmed down the two fanatical fans. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.